kickoffs here at Lumen Field and have chosen to receive year 2 in the Mike McDonald era. And of course, former Seahawks head coach Pete Carroll in year 1 for the Las Vegas Raiders. There's Sam Darnold, not going to be playing tonight. But as you heard from the guys on the pregame show, just about getting the routine, driving to the stadium, going into the home locker room now here at Lumen Field. A lot of differences for Sam and for Cooper Kupp and a lot of guys who have played against the Seahawks and are now a member of the team. Well, it always is beautiful in August here in Seattle, and tonight, no different. A perfect 70-degree evening. And here we go, Jason Myers to kick off. The 50th season of Seahawk football is underway in Seattle. Zamir White bringing this one out for the Raiders. And takes it all the way out almost to the 40-yard line. So the dynamic kickoff once again in effect here in 2025. And they move the touchback up from the 30 all the way to the 35 to encourage runbacks just like that.
Yeah, as a former kickoff specialist and special teamer myself, I love the fact that we get more kickoffs and kickoff returns. Offers more opportunity for guys like myself to get tackled.
All right, and we were hoping we'd see this guy for a series or two, because a whole lot of love for new Raider quarterback Geno Smith here in Seattle. Obviously acquired from Seattle in March, and looking forward to seeing his rookie running back as well, Ashton Jeanty. They'll fake the handoff. Smith is rolling, fires towards the sideline, and that one is caught on the other side of the 50 by the third-year player Trey Tucker.
Yeah, I saw Geno in the pregame warm-up. Let me tell you something, Kate. He was fired up to be back out here on this field. I thought Coach Carroll and Geno was lying a little bit, playing a little mind games by saying he would play. Didn't think he would come out here and play, but as you can see, he's out there, completed his first pass, and he's rolling right now.
Turned his career around here in Seattle, moved into the starting job in 2022, and there's the handoff, first of his NFL career. The superstar running back out of Boise State, Ashton Jeanty, and he's tied up by Tyreek Smith.
Yeah, excited to see this kid, Ashton Jeanty. Caught a few of his games last year at Boise State. He has tremendous contact balance, Kate. It seems like whenever he encounters contact, it propels him forward, as opposed to other running backs, it brings them down. Can't wait to see how he has a season in the National Football League against the competition of the National Football League.
Gain of 3 on his first carry, and Geno back to the sideline. It was going back shoulder, looking for another rookie they're excited about, Dante Thornton Jr., but just bobbled it a little bit. So that's going to be an incomplete pass, and some nice pressure from the Hawks off the edge on this play.
Yeah, you just get a little bit of pressure. See Nick Emanwari, you see him right there. A little bit of a preview of what his skill set can do for this defense. Got a little blitz coming off the weak side.
And I know it's just preseason here at Lumen Field, Mike, but this place loud as ever.
Yes, it is.
Jeanty still the back. Here's Geno. Quick pass to the right side, and it is dropped by the veteran, Jakobi Meyers. So the Seahawk defense holds strong, and it looks like Geno and Jeanty headed back towards the Raider sideline. So Las Vegas will punt on their first series.
Yeah, it's good play by that defense, the Seahawks defense. Tyreek Smith there in on the play. Kid out of Ohio State having a really good camp. Done a good job with his pass rush moves and growth from his pass rush. Right there, got his hands in the way of the screen pass.
Back to receive this one for the Seahawks, one of the rookies that Seattle very excited about. Looking out of Colorado State, Torrey Horton. He's just going to call for the fair catch on this one. And it's just inside the 15-yard line. So a nice start for the Seahawk defense here in 2025 in Seattle. First look at this new look Seahawk offense on the other side. Seahawks football is presented by Washington's Lottery. When you play Washington's Lottery, you're helping fund the pursuit of dreams through college and career training. Now the Raiders, led by former Seahawk quarterback Geno Smith, got a first down on their first drive, but that was all they could do. So now it is Drew Lock, former Seahawk, back in the fold, getting the start in preseason game number 1. Spent last season with the New York Giants and came back to Seattle, signing a 2-year deal in the offseason. And Lock quickly to the rookie we just talked about, Torrey Horton out of Colorado State, with his first reception in the NFL.
Yeah, Drew's had an awesome camp as well. You mentioned Torrey Horton. Again, just the speed of Elijah Arroyo right there, flashing out into the flat, opens up the window for Torrey Horton, who, again, as you mentioned, Kate's having a great camp, a hands catcher, runs great routes, really quiet at the top of his routes.
Walk under center because look who's in. Robbie Oots, the fullback that I know my guy is so excited to have in the lineup. A big block for George Alani, the other running back out of Boise State, taking it all the way out past the 40-yard line. A great block by Eric Saubert, the tight end they brought up from San Francisco. Let's take another look at this play.
Oh, my goodness. Watch 81 on the edge right there. Watch Robbie Oots right there take on that pressure right there at the fullback, protect the runner from inside out. That was Max Crosby that he blocked right there too, Kate. Look at the vision by George Halani right there. Give him a little something, and finish the run going forward out of bounds. Great run.
Can you tell the former fullback sitting beside me is a bit excited about this new Clint Kubiak off? No apologies. Not going to go play action here after that 20-yard gain by Halani. And he was looking for his fullback, Robbie Oots. There might have been a little hold there, but it is preseason, no flag. That was Jermaine Pratt. Signed a one-year deal to come over to Las Vegas from Cincinnati in the offseason, and there's the new offensive coordinator, Clint Kubiak.
Yeah, Clint Kubiak. Again, his dad, Gary Kubiak, one of the inventors or one of the, stalwarts of the zone system. This guy understands how to gain a blade of grass and run the football. And again, like we talked about in the open, be explosive in the play-action game.
So back in the shotgun on this 2nd and 10. Delayed handoff to Halani. Oh, great move by Halani. Putting his foot in the ground, cutting back the other way. It's going to bring up 3rd and short. Adam Butler on the tackle for the Raiders.
One thing the Seattle Seahawks fans are going to see that's different from last season is you're going to see a competent run game. You're going to see a hat for a hat, meaning when you see the white jerseys there, in the box, there's going to be a blue jersey there accounted for that white jersey. That wasn't often at the time in the run game last year. So when we talk about a competent run game, Clint Kubiak definitely brings that to this offense.
And 3 of the 5 guys who are expecting to start on the offensive line for the Seahawks are out there now. The handoff to Halani, and good work by the O-line, pushing forward for the Seahawk first down.
That's that surge that we talked about, right? Just the initial surge of the offensive line. You can feel these guys fire off the ball. You see Big Anthony Bradford right there. Again, this offensive line, it's been criticized some last season. Got some new additions, Grace Hable to this offensive line. And now they're showing in this first drive they can push people off the football.
Yeah, as I believe Michael Jordan made famous. They took that personally.
Oh, yes,
Mike Robb.
Absolutely.
Damian Martinez now in at running back.
Nice fullback love.
From Locke to Oots. Good for the first down. And look at that contact down inside the 30-yard line. First down, Seahawks.
Fullbacks can catch too, Kate. We don't just block. We can be viable options in the run game. In the passing game.
Fullbacks across the country, stand up.
Absolutely. We used to call this a bloody flat, right? It's when you fake the inside zone, you hit the linebacker so he thinks it's a run, and then you leak out into the flat. See Robbie right there finishing the run aggressively. Gotta love it. It fires up the sideline.
You can already hear the oots by the 12s here at Lumen Field. So good drive so far. Locke going to the right sideline, and a miscommunication there. Horton was headed for the end zone, and Locke threw it well behind him.
Yeah, you see Drew right there, pat his chest saying, that's my bad. Again, when you got a veteran quarterback, who's your backup quarterback, he's just not going to put the ball in harm's way. He's not going to make the critical mistakes that you see young quarterbacks make, especially in the preseason.
Rotations on offense already. Bobo and Horton are out. Cody White and Derek Young are in at wideout. Halani back in at running back. 2nd and 10 here for the Seahawks, and that one bounced to Cody White. So a 3rd down coming up for Seattle.
Yeah, looks like Cody tried to get ahead of himself right there. Saw he felt some space. It was a little bit of a tear screen to the wide receiver. He wanted to get going before he got the football.
And it's going to be real interesting because the past number of years with a different offensive scheme, Seahawks have kept 6 wide receivers. Good chance they only keep 5 this year, Mike Robb.
Yeah, it's a lot of position battles going on. I think the ability that other positions have to be able to help this offense definitely allows for that flexibility.
That's a third down. Play clock winding down. Locke looking left, throwing left, and that one is intercepted. A great play by the fourth-year safety out of USC, Isaiah Polamau. What a play.
What a play. After we just talked about Drew being smart with the football, right there, just a little bit of an underthrow. But a great play right there by Polamau. Lays out for this football. Now the Raiders have the ball when we come back.
Seahawks football is brought to you by Carpenter and Zuckerman Accident Attorneys, proud partner of the Seattle Seahawks. Pete Carroll very proud of his defense on that first series, and looks like that's going to be all we see of Geno Smith tonight. He had the first series for the Raiders offense, so in comes Aiden O'Connell, but Ashton Jeanty, the rookie running back, still out there. O'Connell from the gun. Looking to the right side to one of his many rookie options. That's Jack Besh, rookie wide receiver out of TCU. Couldn't hang on. Good defense by Josh Jobe. And there's Aiden O'Connell. Got some starts last season for Las Vegas. Played in 9 games. Started 7 of them. For just over 1,600 yards, 8 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Man, there's been a lot of quarterbacks just the last 3 seasons, Mike Robb. 7 quarterbacks the last 3 years. And that's why they're hoping that Geno and Pete can just bring some stability to this Raider team.
Absolutely. Aiden O'Connell, promising young quarterback.
And a nice spin move by Jeanty, but can't get more than that. The Seahawks defense collapses on him. And Drake Thomas leading the way.
Frank Thomas, Mike Morris, this defensive line. Just look at Thomas. Just gets right through the offensive line in the backfield. Forces Jeanty to do something he didn't want to do, right into the arms of Mike Morris. It's a really good play right there by Drake Thomas.
Expect to see a lot of 4-2 tonight. Third-year player out of NC State. 13 tackles in 17 games last season for these Seahawks. 3rd and 9, play clock winding down. O'Connell gets it off, but there's a flag. O'Connell to his tight end. Gets it out past the line. Found Michael Mayer, tight end out of Notre Dame. But again, expect this one to be coming back. Let's see. Referee tonight, Clete Blakeman.
Illegal formation. Offense number 18. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay, 3rd down.
And that's the aforementioned rookie wideout Jack Besh.
Yeah. Clete looked like he's been in the gym. You see his shirt, man? That man's in shape.
Okay, but the question is, what I always wonder.
Oh my goodness.
More working out, or do you just get the excess? Do you just go from small to extra small? If you buy a smaller shirt, right?
That's true. But he has some veins with it and everything, man. He's definitely pumping some iron.
All right, we'll answer that question later in the broadcast. Here's 3rd and 14. Heel on the goal line for O'Connell. Jeanty still is back. O'Connell has the rookie Dante Thornton Jr. Thornton Jr. brings it in, and that's a 1st down for Las Vegas.
It's a really good play right there by Dante Thornton Jr. Fast player, threatened Josh Jobe deep, a little bit of a push off, works back outside. Aiden O'Connell does a great job putting the ball high and outside, away from the defender.
Yeah, really excited about this rookie out of Tennessee. Led the nation 25.4 yards per catch last year and ran a 4.3. He's 6'5", 205, and they're going right back to him. Seahawks tip that one, and we got a flag on the far side as well. It's Josh Jobe again. They're picking on number 29.
Yeah, they're going at Josh a little bit. But that's a kid, again, a kid that's having a great camp. Physical at the line of scrimmage, great feet.
Illegal use of hands to the face. Defense number 29. A 5-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
Okay, so back-to-back plays. So the Raiders get the best of Joe.
Yeah, just a little too handsy right there. Let's check it out again. Patient at the line of scrimmage. Probably didn't have to open up as much right there. Got him in trouble. It was just a little bit. They could have let it go,
love
Kate.
tap, right? Just welcome to Seattle.
It was just preseason.
Don't you smack your friends on the cheek every once in a while just to say, hey, good evening?
Yeah, what's up, guys?
All right, so fresh set of downs for O'Connell and the Raiders. The inside handoff to Genty. Gets gobbled up by his fellow rookie. That was Eman Wari on the backside, but we got another flag. We were doing so well through the first couple of series. Darn it.
You see that closing speed by Eman? Oh, my goodness.
I don't like the win scene from Nick there, but yeah, he's been having a heck of a camp. 3, 4 interceptions in training camp.
He's a guy. Let's just say that. Okay.
Offsides, offense number 10. That penalty is declined. Brings up second down.
Wow.
All right, let's see if these guys have shaken off all of that. There's Nick. Eman is the nickname. Eman Wari. Watch him, bottom right of your screen. Watch where he goes on this play.
Yeah, just right off the edge right here. Blitzing, we call this a tight corner. A little bit of a hesitation. He thought the quarterback may keep it. And still has the speed and wherewithal to chase down the back. Good play.
Zamir White now in at running back for the Raiders. Second down. O'Connell feeling the pressure, gets away from it, and smartly just throws it out of bounds because he was about to get taken down. Mike Morris, third year out of Michigan, who needs to show out this year, is all over him.
Yes, he did. But look at Tyreek Smith. The get off, the hand usage, the turning of the corner, and then right here, right into Mike Moe. Mike Moe puts Aiden O'Connell into the dirt. It's a good play by this defensive line.
Smith's been everywhere so far tonight, though.
And he didn't land on him. That's a really good play.
All right, the officials huddling up. Looks like there might have been another flag. Is it out, or is he putting it back in his pocket? Clean, you're teasing us, Clean.
I know. Was it intentional grounding? It might have been in the pocket still.
Intentional grounding. Offense number 12.
Okay.
The 10-yard penalty for the spot, plus a loss of down. Brings up third down.
Now, sorry, Aiden. Thought it was a nice play. I thought it was outside the pocket. Let's see.
Yeah, let's check it out right here. Again, the quarterback can't get outside the tackles. Right there, looks like he might be close, but he's definitely back in the pocket right there.
Yeah.
And there's the penalty.
All right, well, the Seahawks will take it. Raheem Mostert now in at running back for Las Vegas. 3rd and 20. And O'Connell's just going to hand it off to the veteran. He picks up a nice chunky yardage. It's a back past the original line of scrimmage before D'Anthony Bell leading the charge for the Seahawks defense. And the punt team back out once again for Las Vegas.
Yeah, I like D'Anthony Bell. The kid has a lot of positional flex, can play inside at the nickel position, can also play safety. Did a good job right there coming up with that tackle. But again, you see this defense making plays, like attacking the offense. That's a staple of a Mike Macdonald defense.
And so the interception doesn't hurt because that Seahawks defense, so much continuity, almost everybody back who started last year. And this is one of the best punters in the NFL.
Space.
A.J. Cole, this is Torrey Horton. Makes a couple guys miss.
Got space.
Makes another miss. All right, so a couple of good moves. Only picked up about 5 yards, but a lot of oohs and ahs, courtesy of the rookie, Torrey Horton. So looking for our first points here in Seattle. Seahawks football when we come back. Training camp powered by Boeing is well underway at the VMAC Virginia Mason Athletic Center. Join us lakeside to watch your 2025 Seahawks gear up for a milestone season. Only a few practices remain, so register now if you haven't been out there yet. We'd love to see you. Seahawks.com/training camp. You can see those guys, Sam Darnold, Cooper Kupp, going at it on the shores of Lake Washington.
And it's beautiful out there.
It is beyond beautiful. The prettiest training camp in any professional sport that I know of. Okay, Drew Lock, once again the quarterback for the Seahawks, George Halani, who had a nice 20-yard pickup on the first drive, and we've got another flag. Tyree Wilson in there for Las Vegas. Let's see what this flag is all about.
Okay. Looks like it's something against the Raiders.
How many yards is that?
I don't.
Something. 7.5
Defense, number
yards.
96. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Okay. Second-year player out of Oklahoma, Jonah Laulu. The guilty party there. So the Seahawks will take that.
Yeah, sometimes these D linemen, and I can't wait for Michael Bennett to get up here.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes
He'll be
these
joining
D
us
linemen,
soon. That's your warning, Seahawks fans.
they grab offensive linemen to allow linebackers to run. You know.
Here's the rookie tight end Elijah Arroyo in motion. 2 tight ends set for the Seahawks. And another handoff to Fulani, who looked very good on that first drive. Seahawks started the first drive from their own 13-yard line. Took it all the way down to the Las Vegas 30 before Locke was picked off by Isaiah Polomau. Landon Roberts with a tackle that time for Las Vegas. And a lot of the Raiders starters on both sides of the football, a lot of the defensive starters, still getting run here on their second defensive series.
Yeah, they got a new head coach. His name is Pete Carroll.
Might have heard of him.
Yeah, you might have heard of him. He's gonna want to see these
There he
guys
is.
play in action. You see him working the sideline already in preseason.
So happy to see Pete back here. 14 seasons, obviously, as head coach of the Seahawks. Locke, nicely done, finding Jake Bobo in a little bit of space, and that's going to be a first down for the Seahawks out to about the 42-yard line. But
Great job by Drew Lock right there. I mean, he started on the right side. As you're going to let this play go, you're going to see just a little spacing concept. Didn't like Torrey, slipped a little bit. Got right back to Jake Bobo, knowing exactly where the sticks are, and he throws a dart right there. First down. I mean, great job by Drew going through his entire reads.
as far as quarterback rooms are concerned, you never hope to use the depth. As Locke goes play action here, and we'll pull it down. Still a lot of room. Horton makes the catch, but I believe he was out of bounds, and that is indeed the case. But I like him looking for his rookie. But as far as QB depth is concerned, Sam Darnold, Drew Lock, we're going to see Jalen Milroe, the new rookie out of Bama, in the second half. Seahawks quarterback room looks pretty good.
Oh, it looks excellent, especially when they get to throw to guys like that. And Torrey Horton, you know, a fifth-round pick in this year's draft. This kid is silky smooth. He understands how to get open. And over the last about week of camp, he's just went crazy with the catches, man, just making all the catches. And has become a sure-handed receiver for the group of quarterbacks.
First handoff to the rookie running back out of Miami. This is Damian Martinez. Picked up close to 5 yards, but that might not count. Another flag. Too many flags for my liking here, Mike Robb. I know it's a preseason opener. I know this is what we expect, but
It is their first game.
okay, what do you got for us, Cleve?
Holding, defense, number 96. The 5-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
Ulo again, and Pete Carroll beside himself. And I'm sure if Mike B was up here, he would be upset for the Raiders as well.
He would be upset. To get flagged like that twice in one drive and then seeing how the coaches are reacting, I don't know about that. Are they being coached to do that? Doubt it.
Yeah, Pete's saying, look up at the big
Pete's
board.
saying, look at the board.
So first down for the Seahawks. Locke fakes the handoff. He's flushed, being chased by the former Seahawk, Jamal Adams, one of a number of guys so excited to reconnect with Pete Carroll now in Las Vegas. There's 33. Good to see Jamal now in his 9th year connecting with Pete, who helped him kind of revitalize his career here in Seattle.
Yes, and I'm glad to see Jamal Adams out here playing football because this kid is an excitable kid. He brings energy to every locker room he's been in. And he's playing the will linebacker position now. People remember Jamal Adams as a safety, you know, playing in the back half of the football field. But now he's in the box. Now he has to encounter guards and fullbacks and things like that. And I think his unique body and build can give him an advantage.
Kalani following
There
his
he is
fullback
again.
once again. Robbie Oots, but good work by, guess who? Jamal Adams on that play for Las Vegas.
Look at that, just running the play down from behind. Engaged an offensive lineman. Was able to get off the block. You see him right there toward the top of your screen. Gets off the block, runs through the briar patch, and makes the tackle. It's a really good play by a former safety playing in the box right now.
So 3rd and 6 coming up for the Seahawks. Geno Smith celebrating Jamal's last couple of plays over on the sideline. Kalani, the running back. To get to about the 38-yard line. Locke wide open over the middle to his rookie tight end, Elijah Arroyo. That's good for a Seahawks first down.
Elijah Arroyo, I like this kid. This kid understands how to get open. I believe if you take his pads off and just let him run down the football field, you might think he's a wideout, like he's that big, that fluid, that great of an athlete. He's just an easy mover when he's out there on the football field, a willing blocker, and he has hands, Kate, okay? He can catch the football.
FBF best, almost 17 yards per catch last year for Arroyo at the U.
At the U,
at
okay.
Miami.
With that first round of a quarterback now down there in Tennessee, Cam Ward.
And Alani lost his footing that time, so unable to gain anything, but big 3-3 was right there once again, Jamal Adams.
Jamal Adams making a case right now, isn't he? Showing Pete Carroll that he can play at the linebacker level.
It was interesting reading, understandably, we know because we covered Pete for so many years, he played for him, but so many of these defenders who've been all over the league, so excited to latch up with Pete in Las Vegas because they just know what he can do for a defense.
Yeah, Pete's a defensive guy by trade, former defensive coordinator, defensive back, coach.
Let's see if Locke and the Seahawks can break down this defense. Great catch by the tight end, Eric Saubert. And that's going to move the chains, or it should, for the Seahawks once again.
Another good throw by Drew Lock. You see Eric right here just running a little over route, saw some color and stopped. See Drew throw it away from the defender. That's called throwing your guy open. Look at that. That's a play right there. That's a combat catch, contested catch. Good job by Eric bringing it in. You saw him blocking on the edge earlier in the quarter. Now making a big catch.
Yeah, it was with Clint Kubiak in Denver. Remember the 49ers last year, and Saubert 3 more years of experience than the other 4 tight ends combined when it comes to the NFL. Helani with a lot of space. George Helani dives. And they're going to mark him just short. Thought he might have got in. A great block once again by the fullback, Robbie Oates.
Watch number 40, guys. Please watch number 40. Get out the club. Look at that. Look at that. Bottled him up. Robbie Oates. Yes, and then you see George Helani bounce it. Did he get in, Kate? I don't know. That might be a touchdown.
No, it sure looked like
that
it.
Might be a touchdown.
They're spotting at the 1. 23-yard gain. He had a 20-yard pickup. Oh, they're showing the replay.
That might be one.
They're showing the replay.
Come on, Mike. Go ahead and throw it, Mike. He's close to throwing it, Kate. He wants to throw it. There it is.
And there it is. And he kind of threw the red challenge flag in disgust.
Yeah, like I shouldn't have to do this.
Why are you making me throw this? Should have let him celebrate on that run. So McDonald throws the red challenge flag.
Seattle was challenging the rule in the field that the runner was out of bounds before the goal line.
Let's take one more look. We'll get the results of this replay on the other side. Seahawks fans, what do you think? Was he in?
Of course he was in, Kate.
We'll have the official results after this. All right, well, I didn't get to do this in live action, Mike Robb. So Helani dives for the pylon. Touchdown, Seahawks. The touchdown confirmed while we were in break. And that is a 24-yard touchdown scamper for the Boise State Bronco. George Helani and his fellow back, K9, Ken Walker, is loving it.
Yeah, you gotta love that, man. Running backs having love for other running backs. George Helani has worked his tail off this training camp. Happy to see him get in the end zone.
Which were really good in preseason last year, and was, as I'm sure the Broncos watching, the Boise State Broncos know, was actually ahead of Ashton Jeanty on the depth chart his senior season, understandably. Jason Myers on for the extra points, and that is up and through. So the Seahawks, on their second offensive series, make it happen. Drew Lock leads him down the field. Great push by the offensive line. Robbie Oates, the fullback, with that awesome block. And then Helani, 2 20-plus yard runs already here this evening.
And this is what you love about it. Like, George Helani was used heavily on that drive, ended up breaking a run, scoring a touchdown. Now he's back out there on kickoff, okay? You don't get no break in preseason, okay? Now it's time to go out there and try to earn you a job. And that's the great thing about a kid like George Helani. He does everything the coaches ask of him. A hard runner, great in pass protection, and he's a good special teams player. Good job, George.
7 carries for 61 yards, and our first touchdown tonight. All ready for that guy. Second-year man, George Helani. was mostly on the practice squad for the Seahawks last year. Got called up for 5 games. So most of his time on special teams.
Absolutely. You can't be a depth player and not play special teams.
So Jason Myers sends this one into the end zone. And this year, that knee means it's coming all the way out to the 35-yard line. So that's where the Raiders will start this drive. So what do you think so far? Just a couple of series. Clint Kubiak's new zone running scheme offense here in Seattle.
I'll tell you one thing, Kate. This team can run the football.
Yeah.
I mean, they can. Now the scheme has now matched the personnel. I thought Gray Zabel has had a tremendous camp. He had a great, first quarter. I don't know if he's going to continue to play. But when you have an offensive scheme that the defense has to worry about, right? Then it makes you very much tough to defend, because now your quarterback can make plays outside the structure of the play that can be explosive and make defenses stay up all night.
Yeah, nice tackle there by Quentin Bohanna, big number 92, who we've heard a lot about in camp for your Seattle Seahawks. No Jerem Reed or Byron Murphy or Leo Williams tonight. So Brandon Peely and Quentin Bohanna, going to keep our eyes on them. Nicely done. 9-2.
Yeah, Bohanna. I held a bag for the D-line drills one time. Dude almost knocked my soul out my body. Okay? He's a strong man, I'll tell you that.
So no gain on first down. And that's going to be our first quarter.
This is the end of the first quarter.
So good start to year 2 for Mike McDonald and the Seahawks. George Alani led the way all the way into the end zone. Seattle leading Las Vegas 7-0. Second quarter coming up. Welcome back to Lumen Field. Second quarter about to get underway. Raiders football. Seahawks leading Las Vegas 7-0. And look who's joining us. Apologies to all the Raiders fans that are watching tonight on the NFL Network, but I know the Seahawks fans are so happy to have Michael Bennett, Mike B. So just a warning to everybody.
Don't mess up the broadcast.
Things are going to get a little crazy for the next couple of quarters.
All right. I just want to add to it.
And we're not going to talk D-lineman the whole time.
I mean, we might, depending on how the Seahawks D-line does. This is O'Connell. Lots of time airing it out down the sideline, and this one is intercepted. Josh Jobe bringing it back for Seattle. Well, they picked on him on the last series, and Jobe says, pick on this.
Look at all the guys with no pads on. That's excited. That's the starting defense right there.
That's what you need. That's the excitement, that everybody's
absolutely
looking for the next player to make the best play.
Look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a team that's been in training camp starting to find their identity coming together. You see Josh Jobe right here just staying on top of the receiver. Ball a little underthrown by Aiden O'Connell. Josh Jobe sat right there to take the football and did a great job running it back too, Mike B.
This is great position right here. You got to box the receiver out, become the receiver. When a DB becomes a receiver, that's the best.
It's a 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down, Seattle.
A little bit of a penalty, but it's okay.
Now, during the preseason, obviously this isn't an NFC championship game or anything. You as a defense and a team will take that penalty, right?
Yeah, you want to take that because it's like you want to see how much excitement when you see the starters on the people who are third string, second string. You see they're excited to see the other players make plays. That's saying a lot about your team, and it becomes advantageous for everybody to have their opportunities. And I think that's what makes a great team, is really just celebrating everybody.
And it's also showing Coach McDonald that they're bought in, right? I'm excited for my guys making plays because we believe in the philosophy.
Locke will just throw this one away. He was getting pressured by the newest Raider, Thomas Booker, who was traded over from Philly earlier this week. Vegas sending Jacorian Bennett back to Philly. There's a former Stanford Cardinal. Got a Thomas Booker and a Tank Booker now on the defensive line.
Thomas and a Tank Booker, okay.
We also have a Tonka. I'm very excited about some of the names I might get to see.
Yeah, I know that's right.
Seahawks with our lone score so far tonight. George Alani took it in from 25 yards out last Seahawks drive. And now it's Damian Martinez again, the rookie 7th round pick out of Miami, and he gets tied up very quickly by a guy who the Raiders are hoping he has a good season. Tyree Wilson, 3rd year now, Mike B. He was a 7th overall pick back in 2023. Came into the league, had to kind of deal with a foot injury, so a bit of a slow start, hoping that this is the year that he breaks out.
Yeah, that's the hardest when you're a young player, trying to come out, trying to figure out to get your bearings and learn how to play the game, and then you get an injury. But time after time, guys get more plays and they become the player that they're supposed to be.
And so Las Vegas is hoping that Tyree Wilson, number 9 in white, can do this season. 3rd and 10 for the Seahawks. Locke, another good pocket. The offensive line playing well and hooking up with Torrey Horton for what should be a Seahawks first down at the 45-yard line, but a flag. Let's see.
Looks like this might go against the Raiders. Torrey Horton is having a camp. He's getting more targets the more reps he gets, and the guy catches the football.
Pass interference, defense number 35. Penalties decline. First down.
13-yard connection between Locke and Torrey Horton, and we were here just last Saturday at the Football Fest, kind of a scrimmage, mostly drills for this Mike McDonald team, but Horton was showing out. It seemed like every other play, Mike Rowe.
Absolutely. The kid is a highlight catch waiting to happen. He's showing off.
And Locke was trying to back shoulder him there. A little bit off. Cameron Richardson on the coverage, but there is Torrey Horton. You mentioned earlier, Mike Robb, fell to the 5th round because he too had an injury that ruined his senior season at Colorado State, but I'm sure a lot of you remember him in 2023 when Colorado State played Colorado, and he went toe-to-toe, might have even won the battle with Travis Hunter. So I think if not for that injury, he would have been a top 50 pick.
Absolutely. He definitely would have been a top 50 pick. I know John Schneider and the Seahawks scouting staff excited he fell to the ground.
Hot snap. And I believe the Seahawks fell on it. Locke was unable to do so, but it looked like one of his offensive linemen smartly.
It's like Kite got it.
Yeah, Mari Kite, rookie out of UCF, tracks it down for the Seahawks.
Yeah. Looks like Jalen Sundell. That ball was a little hot going back there toward Drew.
Yeah,
but I
that
think
was his routine, though. He should have caught
Drew
that.
should have caught that one. Drew should have caught that one.
Mike B, as a defender, what are you thinking when you see
I'm
the ball
thinking
like
about
that?
how can we get it to it before the quarterback? And give him a little extra shove on the quarterback, too. Give him a little bruise for next time he gets out there.
There's a loss of 19 on that bad snap, and Martinez loses his footing. Jamal Adams there again. Well, we knew Pete was going to be fired up, and Gino was going to be fired up. Yeah, same for this guy, Jamal Adams, former Seahawk.
Yeah, I think they wanted Jamal, last year kind of going back and forth between teams, trying to prove that he wants to play in the league. And, a couple years ago, being in the preseason at this moment, he would have been kind of mad.
He would have been upset.
Yeah, but this time it's about humbleness, and he's coming out there showing that he wants to make those plays.
He has a great opening to his Raider career so far. Number 33, Jamal Adams.
Well, I think playing the linebacker position, Mike, is more natural to how he plays. He's not a cover guy.
This is Alex Bachman. Calls for the fair catch. And the Raiders will start right around their 25-yard line. Low-scoring game so far. 7-0 Hawks here in the second. Seahawks football is presented by Washington's Lottery. When you play Washington's Lottery, you're helping fund the pursuit of dreams through college and career training. And speaking of career training, you guys, some on-the-field training tonight for someone all of our audience tonight may recognize.
What up, dog? He even got credentials. Look at the thing around his wrist.
Look at Marshawn.
They said James Brown was the hardest working man in show business. I'm starting to think that Marshawn Lynch is. Movies, commercials, soap,
body odor, spray.
I don't want to use any soap he's using there.
Beast mode, gotta love him.
Sincere McCormick now in at running back alongside Aiden O'Connell for these Raiders. Still looking for their first points. 12 minutes to go in our first half of this preseason opener. O'Connell over the middle. Connecting with his tight end, Ian Thomas, who takes it all the way into Seahawks territory. Nicely done by Las Vegas.
Yes. That was a good play design right there by the Raiders. Little play action, pop pass, seam, route. Good job by Aiden O'Connell standing in the pocket.
25-yard connection between O'Connell and eighth-year man Ian Thomas. Spent all of his career in Carolina before signing a one-year deal with Las Vegas this offseason. Now handed off. McCormick headed left. Gets it to about the 44-yard line. And Marshawn wasn't just taking photos. He got into the action a little bit earlier, too. Watch this.
Why?
He looked a little scary there.
I know, he did look
like,
scary.
oh, please don't touch me.
Or it looked like he didn't feel
I'm
like
important.
moving his feet that fast, so he's just said, let me throw out a bow and stop him from running into my shoes.
Oh, man. Always entertaining wherever he is.
Yes.
I know you guys know that.
Absolutely.
Even better than most. Raheem Mostert. Good block there, making space for O'Connell to do that. Wow, great pass. That was Alex Bachman. All the way down inside the red zone, and just like that, the Raider offense is rolling.
Oh, wow. Just check out the slot right here. Seattle sent a blitz. And again, when you got 4 vertical coming in a blitz, there's holes in the zone. Hey, Mike B, when you guys back in the day gave up explosive passes, how did the D-line feel?
Well, the D-line, I think everybody. I think Richard Sherman was the most mad if a deep pass got over the top.
Go.
But these plays are really hard, especially when you have those pop passes, play-action passes, and you don't have somebody stopping a receiver just going vertical. Yeah, everybody can catch the ball, you know?
33 yards on that hookup. O'Connell, throw this away. Was he outside the pocket? I think he was outside the pocket at that time. I thought he was outside the pocket earlier, though, in the first quarter. And he got called for intentional grounding. Good pressure there by Jared Ivey, the rookie out of Ole Miss for the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the defensive coordinator. They call him AD, right? Adding dirty.
Yeah, I think he's from the UK, too. I love this guy. I never got a chance to play for this guy, but being under Dan Quinn, knowing how to get the pass rushers going, knowing how to get the defense going, I think his tenacity as a coordinator is starting to spill over into the defense, too.
12s are into it now as well. Zamir White, former Georgia running back with a handoff, and look at that power. Nickname is Zeus, and I'm sure a lot of you who remember the Bulldogs winning that national championship a couple years ago remember him.
Absolutely.
Good work by D'Anthony Bell for the Seahawks. Third down coming up.
Yeah, there's D'Anthony Bell showing up again. Kid that can play safety and nickel. Great eyes at the safety position. Whenever his guy blocks, he triggers right when he needs to. Mike B makes tackles in the backfield.
And sometimes you got to be able to be a DB who could come down and fill in these gaps, especially against a great running team or a team that's trying to establish the run, like the Raiders, who were last in the league in rushing last year.
All right, 3rd and 8. Looking to the far side. And that one's incomplete. The coverage by the guy they call Patio, Patrick O'Connell. Nicely done by the backer for Seattle.
Well, this is good coverage by him, right? Because the play before they came down, did play action. They threw it right down the seam. This time they crossed. A lot of crossers had him one-on-one, and he had an opportunity to make that play. Even though it was kind of overthrown, he still was in the right position, hand over, and still made a good play.
Man, Patio is almost always in the right position to make a play. Right before this play happened, he pointed to 81, said, oh, he's coming my way, he's coming my way. And he was there to make the play.
27-yarder for Daniel Carlson, 8th-year kicker who was perfect from inside of 30 last season. And he's good here, getting Las Vegas on the board for the first time this preseason. So the Seahawks had held the Raiders to 47 yards and just 3 first downs their first 3 possessions. Las Vegas is a whole lot better on that series. 7-3 here in Seattle. Seahawks football is brought to you by your Western Washington Toyota dealers, the preferred truck of the Seattle Seahawks. So Las Vegas gets on the board with a 27-yard Daniel Carlson field goal. Now the Raiders will kick off. Tariq Young and George Halani back deep for the Seahawks. Scored on a Halani 24-yard touchdown scamper at the very end of the first quarter. There's the new starter for the Seahawks, Sam Darnold. Also one of the new defensive starters, DeMarcus Lawrence, big number 0 beside him. And Halani will just take the touchback, take this out to the 35-yard line.
Kate and Mike B, DeMarcus Lawrence, I've been at practice. This guy is the best on drills I have ever seen a human being football player be on drills. I'm telling you.
Well, he also came from a great defensive coaches, from Rob Marinelli to these type of guys who were the defensive gurus, so he doesn't know how to skip a drill. I don't know if you've ever been to a drill with Rob Marinelli. He is a monster. He doesn't care who you are.
And chatting it up with his quarterback. You'd love to see that. But yeah, DeMarcus Lawrence, 12th year now for D-Law. That one deflected at the line. Nice work by Matt Jones.
And guys, other than the obvious pass rush and the production that DeMarcus Lawrence adds to the defense, I've been hearing his voice. It's the leadership aspect of everything, man. Getting guys, how training camp is, Mike. Like, there's days you don't feel like practicing the 2 hour practices and things like that. But D-Law is always a calming voice, not only just on the defense, but on the entire team. Come on, guys. We got to have these days. These are the days we got to win.
Has a second consecutive pass deflected at the line. So good work by the Raider defensive line. But getting back to that, I mean, how important is that when you have a 12th year guy going through drills harder than maybe your young guys might be?
Well, it's interesting because I got a chance to play with DeMarcus Lawrence in like year 6 and 7. So seeing him now, how wise he's becoming, understanding the importance of leading by example. I think he's starting to take in that role. I think it was a little different on Dallas. There's a lot of stars on Dallas. Coming here as a veteran, seeing the young defensive line outside of Leo and Jaren Reed, there's a lot of young guys. So he sees the potential of what he could be adding to this team.
Back to George Jelani, and the Seahawks convert another 3rd down. They have been 4 for 6. Make it 5 for 7. Nicely done. George Jelani having himself a night.
Yeah, and again, guys, that was a, 2nd or 3rd and long type of a play. And, you see Christian Hayes and those guys get out in front of George Jelani and just move people out of the way. That's a great move right here by George. And then getting down the field and getting the 1st down. Look at Big Haynes right there running, putting guys on the ground. That's the type of energy, that's the type of effort you need if you want to be a championship team.
3rd 20-plus yard play tonight for George Jelani. Good for him. Damian Martinez now in play action by Locke. Avoids one rusher. And a great pass to Derek Young inside the 20, inside the 15, and hangs on to the football. Is that a little sidearm from Drew Lock?
Yeah. I like these type of plays from Clint Kubiak, right? Because it goes back to these screens are kind of like run plays. What do? They rush back up to the line. They think that they're going to come here, do a run play. They come back with a play action, get right down the middle, and just changes the whole type of the game plan. To me, this is what they need. These kind of pass plays that feel like run plays and then come back and establish this stretch run game as much as they can.
Mike, you're describing a competent offense. I can't stress that enough to the 12s out there watching. Clint Kubiak has an answer for every question the defense presents.
And off to Damian Martinez after that 31-yard catch and run by Derek Young, another one of these receivers who's hoping to be one of the final 5, Mike B, because we're talking about the fact that probably only keeping 5 wideouts on. The question is how many pens does Clint Kubiak need?
Look at it. I think he has 4 in his pocket, too.
Listen, I'm very particular about my pens and the colors.
The more you have, the smarter you look, Yeah. It's like if you go to a restaurant and the waiter doesn't have any pens, you're worried that you're not going to get the right order. If they have 5 pens, you know that what you ordered is coming back and it's going to be precise. So the more pens he has, the more I think he can call plays right.
That was Jalen Smith on the tackle for Vegas. Damian Martinez once again
crazy
on the carry. You're not supposed to let my secrets out, Mike. Same thing with glasses. Just wear them to look smart. Do you need them? Oh. Questionable.
It's good to see Damian Martinez, get extended time, getting carries. Obviously, you got Kenneth Walker, you got Zach Charbonnet. There's a lot of guys in front of him. But I truly believe this guy has unique vision at the running back position. Glad to see him get some tick.
Underneath, Torrey Horton in for his first NFL touchdown.
Great job by Torrey Horton on that play. Great read by Drew Lock. Good protection up front. Just watch the spacing right here. Just a little stick route. Must outside release by Damian Martinez up top. And just a turnaround into the space. Drew hits him with a dot. Turn around, get into the end zone. Torrey Horton, welcome to the National Football League.
And those plays are hard, Mike, when you catch the ball because you're trying to, I'm at the end zone, But sometimes you don't catch the ball. And right there, he had what they call them stick'ems. And it looks like he had something on his hands that made him stick to him. I don't know if you ever watched Little Giants.
Yes.
Like through the toilet paper right there. His hand, he had those stickers in, and he was able to get the yak after the catch.
All right, well, we didn't get the extra point, but you two have fun taking us to break. Torrey Horton, as you said, welcome to Seattle and welcome to the NFL.
Torrey Horton, throw it up, baby. First touchdown. Look at Spoon. Get hyped for your dog. We'll be back.
Well, we've been talking about what a great camp this guy has had, how he flashed last Saturday here at Lumen for Football Fest, and Torrey Horton, just before we stepped away, guys, first NFL touchdown.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where you lose Lockett and you're trying to find out who's going to be that third receiver. And I think he sees there's an opportunity. You have Cooper Kupp,
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
And so now he's stepping in. No, I saw the kicked off ball. I'm like, oh, he's got the ball. But you have those guys, and who's going to be that third guy when the game's on the line to find those plays, to find those holes. And I think he's like, there's an opportunity to use it as a young receiver. There's never that hole that's open up. You're like, man, I've got these guys in front of me. But he sees that that's an open position right now, and he's taking full advantage of it every snap, every time he's at practice, and every time he's in the game right now.
Yeah, he is. He's taking full advantage of it. But it might be, it's more than just on the field. You see this guy around the building. He always has his iPad, always studying, always trying to get better. So I'm really not surprised that we're seeing the success from Torrey Horton.
McConnell still in a quarterback for Las Vegas. Sincere McCormick, his running back, fakes the handoff to him. It goes to Ian Thomas, and you called it a great tackle from DeAnthony Bell, fourth-year player who, man, he's got a great story. We'll get into it later in the broadcast, but a good tackle there by Bell.
That's a great tackle by DeAnthony Bell.
I know all the fans are like, oh, I can make that tackle, but that's a very skilled tackle to happen. Open field as a DB against a running back, no help just besides the sideline, and make that tackle on the first play. That's a very skilled play and a very veteran play at the most.
Absolutely.
Yeah, a couple of tackles already tonight. That one for loss. 2nd and 11 here for Vegas. Go back to McCormick, who is tied up just as he crosses the line of scrimmage. And the 3rd and long for the Raiders.
I picked Brandon.
Guy. I was about to say.
You know, I knew he was going to take his shots. I explained that in the pregame. I think he did a great job, right? As a defensive line, you want to be able to make a strong line where the offensive line doesn't get much penetration. And this opportunity to make a routine tackle with linebackers, and everybody can swarm, and there's no place for the runner to go.
It's a great play by Peely right there. Big body, too, man, that can move.
Raiders 1 for 4 on 3rd down conversions so far tonight. Mostert, the veteran, once again in at running back, creeping his way up close to the line. And there's flags. It's only the preseason, you guys, but the 12s are going to 12.
Prior to the play clock expiring, Las Vegas took its first time out of the half. Yeah, 30-second timeout.
What are you laughing about?
Well, because I'm laughing because Pete knew that the offense was in trouble. Pete knew about the fan base and understands not just the fan base, but that defense. There was some confusion up front. It's the multiple defenses that Mike McDonald throws at you that kind of caused that time.
And I talked to Pete before the game, and the first thing he said, Mike, I want to see. I never felt what the 12s really feel like. I think it was something, but being on the other side, I want to see what the fan base really feels like. And that was one of the times.
He felt
You
it.
got to feel that, Pete.
Yeah.
You got to feel that, Pete.
That's a really good point. 137 regular season wins as head coach of the Seahawks, and of course, that lone Super Bowl title with the two guys beside me.
You're welcome.
3rd and 8 for Pete's new team, the Las Vegas Raiders. Pressure coming. And an interception. Nehemiah Pritchett with a 2nd INT for the Seahawks tonight. You have a flag, though, in the backfield. Let's see if this one stands.
Wow. This was a great job by this defense executing what they needed to execute. You got a show of a blitz on the left side. You actually bring it on the right side with trap coverage on the left side again. Mike McDonald is in his bag right now, and this is only the preseason game number 1. I think this is base install, Mike.
Yeah, it is base install. Think about it, though, is Aiden O'Connell. He was a 7-game starter last year, so he should know these blitzes and know where to put the ball at. So as a veteran that had a lot of time against great players, he should have made that throw.
The pass runner play. However, after the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Seattle, again, the bench player is clearing the runner not in uniform. It's a 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down, Seattle.
So Nehemiah Pritchett following Josh Job's lead, Mike Ross.
Absolutely.
Second for the Seahawks. Third interception we already have in this first half.
And second unsportsmanlike penalty from the excitement from the sideline of the guys that aren't playing, just being excited about their guys making plays. That's culture right there, guys. We talk about teams building culture, a second-year head coach trying to establish their identity and culture. Well, when you see that all of the starters clear the bench for backup players to make plays, that is the definition of culture, Mike.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a definition of culture, but that's a definition of something. I think that's a definition of a little bit of everything.
It reminds me of when you guys were suiting up not too long ago.
Absolutely.
So let's see if the Seahawks can take advantage of their second interception tonight. Lock, that's Martinez. A little room to work with in the flat. A little shimmy shake by Martinez out there.
See, this is what I was just talking about before. Gary Kubiak is creating and designing these plays, these pass plays. Clint. Sorry, Gary was great. Gary was great. Sorry. But Clint is being able to design these plays, pass plays that feels like runs, getting out to the flat really quick, open, and giving his runner a chance to be one-on-one with a defensive back, with a safety, with one linebacker, getting a chance to make them miss. To me, these are great running plays too, in my opinion.
Absolutely, man. Getting your guys in space, forcing the defense to have to make a tackle.
There's Martinez with a chance to pick up the first down. Looked like he got close to it. Let's see where they spot this one. Got 8 on that first down play. Just needed 2 on second.
He got close to it right there,
looked
Kate.
like it.
Close to it, but again, good zone runner, and Damian Martinez did a great job in Miami last year down there with Cam Ward. Now just trying to find his way.
For a virtual measurement.
Okay, got a measurement.
Okay. So we got our first virtual measurement tonight. Here, unfortunately, we're just getting word that we're having some technical difficulties and there is no virtual measurement. We saw it, I'm sure some of you watching the Hall of Fame game last week saw it. It's going to be a part of the NFL this year, very similar to those of you who also watch tennis. And the player can ask for, a review, and everybody stops, and everybody in the stadium looks to the big board because, again, it is a virtual measurement. So the referees, the humans, will spot the ball,
Humans
right,
still
Mark
have to spot the ball.
Okay.
We have to let all of our viewers
Us poor
understand
humans,
that.
what are we going to do in 3 years? Chat GPT, virtual, everything's like, not a human. He's looking like he thinks it's a virtual measurement, and there isn't one. We've got to stop the AI. They're taking over.
Well, and here's the thing. I don't know if anyone has told Cleat and the crew about this technical difficulty.
Okay.
Nothing's worse. It's like somebody
After
never tells you when the
virtual
party's
measurement,
over.
Without video working, it's determined the ball is short. To be third down, that spot.
So I will summarize for Cleat. Screw the robots. The humans say it's short.
Yeah.
Third and short.
But, I mean, I don't know. I'm just so used to the chains coming out. If it's short, show me it's short.
Yeah.
We will look up to the big board now.
There you go.
In
Okay.
future games when the technology is working. Got 3 tight ends there. Going heavy are the Seahawks. And Locke will just follow his offensive line, who has looked really good in this first half, for another Seahawk first down.
Yeah, you see Jalen Sundell up front. See big Christian Haynes pushing people, moving grown men completely off the football. That's that surge, Kate, that we talked about earlier at the beginning of the game. This Clint Kubiak offense, you want to see that initial 6-inch to a foot surge from that offensive line to get the run game going.
Seahawks looking to build on their 10-point lead here. Final 3 minutes of this first half. Preseason opener for the Hawks and the Raiders. And boot to his left. Locked to his tight end, Elijah Arroyo.
This kid's so fun to just watch him play. Talking about Elijah Arroyo, I mean, that play right there, you would have thought Drew could just throw that ball out of bounds, dead play.
But what he did was he threatened upfield and came back to give his quarterback a completion, just to give his quarterback. I mean, that's a veteran type of a play right there. Great job by Elijah Arroyo.
Locke with a touchdown and 140 yards passing so far. Arroyo's second reception tonight. Martinez deep in the backfield, Locke under center. And he'll hand it off to Martinez. Headed right, got a flag in the backfield. Lots of flags. And that's Michael Barrett, the former Seattle Seahawk, now a Raider.
Holding
on the tackle.
Offense number 61, 10-yard penalty, replay second down.
All right, so that's Jalen Sundell.
Yeah, got Jalen right there, who's entrenched right now in a position battle at center and at guard. Again, he's had a great camp. Just kind of overextended right there on the wide zone and held on.
Yeah, it looks like Oluwatimi is probably going to be the starting center for the Seahawks. But as you mentioned, Sundell has been going toe-to-toe with Olu. Also looking to start maybe at right guard.
Absolutely. The more you can do, Mike B,
the more you can play.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
Versatility is key. Play clock.
This is the 2-minute warning.
Winding down, and that is our 2-minute warning. So Drew Lock and the Seahawks with a 10-point lead over the Las Vegas Raiders here at Lumen Field. 2 minutes to go in our first half.
Seahawks football is brought to you by the Muckleshoot Casino, the biggest and best in the Northwest. Seahawks lead it at the 2-minute warning, 13-3 over the Raiders. Cliff Averill and I will be back for the halftime show in just a few. Kate and the Mikes coming back.
All right, Paul, thank you so much. And I know we were talking about Cleat earlier, looking like he's been pushing some plates in the gym.
Yeah.
Paul's suit is looking a little tighter this year, too.
Paul been in the gym? Or he just been at the lunch table?
I think a little bit of both. He's only been creatine.
Shots fired. Come on.
Oh, man, I'm messing with him.
Paul Sylvie and Cliff Averill will be having our halftime in just a minute. There's Sam Darnold, Cooper Kupp, Michael Bennett, Michael Robinson, Kate Scott up here in the booth with you. Appreciate you all tuning in however and wherever you are. 13-3 Seahawks. 2 minutes to go in this first half. Drew Lock has been the quarterback for the entire half of the Seahawks. No Sam Darnold tonight. Lock does well again. Thought he connected to his wideout, but a sensational hit. Cody White was the intended receiver, and Caillou Blue Kelly popped it.
Yeah, Caillou timed it out right, knocked the ball out. But if you saw after the play and everybody thought it was a fumble, Christian Haynes is just knocking people out. Talk about setting the tone for the offense.
I know that was an incomplete, but that was a beautiful play by Drew Lock.
It was.
Because I think being able to come in and come up there, then he had the side step with the sidearm. That was a perfect play by him.
Seahawks 7 for 9 on third down so far tonight. See how Lock does here. Over the middle to Damian Martinez. Will not get close to the first down. Needed to get it to the 21. Just to about the 30. Matt Jones and Michael Barrett there for the Raiders. Let's see if
Las Vegas takes its first time out of the half. Okay, 30-second timeout.
Looks like the Seahawks will send their kicking team out there.
Yeah, it looks like Las Vegas is trying to get an opportunity for possibly a 2-minute drive. This is preseason.
Yeah,
you got to work on situational football, Mike.
Yeah, every situation you want to see how guys do in different moments and see when there's a critical moment in the real season, will guys be able to sustain, make the right plays, know what's happening, what's going on with the referee, what should we call, what down is it, how do we respond? So I think this is a great, you got to call those timeouts in those moments.
You do, and I know whenever back in the day we used to be in 2-minute mode and the defense maybe was out on the field, I already knew at least the first play, Mike Bennett is jumping off sides. Just one. He's going to give you one.
Can you just let that go?
No, I can't.
Just let it go.
No, I can't, bro.
Please.
We used to get so upset with you.
Let's get back to that, boys. After this Jason Myers 48-yard attempt.
I'm one of the top 50 players of all time. The Seahawks history.
7 of 8 between 40 and 49 last year. Definitely has the distance.
Oh, that
it is up and through for Jason Myers. And it is 16-3 Seahawks. You guys can resume fighting now if you'd like to.
We
can talk about the football game.
Let's talk about the football game. I'll tell you one thing. One thing I've been impressed with our Seattle Seahawks here in this first half is just the line of scrimmage aggressiveness. They are owning the line of scrimmage on both offense and defense. Offensively, that's that surge that we talk about that's required in the run game. On defense, they're attacking the line of scrimmage, whether it's a ball carrier carrying the football from the home position at the running back position, or whether it's the quarterback dropping back. This defense, this team is attacking the line of scrimmage.
And I agree with you. I think also what you're seeing, too, I think last year with the offense and defense, there was a little bit of confusion. Right now, you're seeing people who are astute and know exactly what to do on both sides. The offense is looking really like the offensive line knows what's happening. The defensive line, the secondary, everybody kind of has fell into love with what they're doing and fallen into love with the culture that Mike is building this year.
They're drinking the Kool-Aid.
They're drinking the Kool-Aid.
And still in Laube will take a knee. Second-year player out of New Hampshire, so after the 35 it comes. So it's interesting you bring that up, Mike B, because one of the things that a number of guys on offense for the Seahawks have mentioned so far in camp is there's just, even though we're still learning this new scheme, there's a clarity in the scheme that has been really easy for us to understand.
Yeah, that becomes super hard as a player, right? That clarity, that understanding, knowing where you're supposed to be, how you're supposed to be there, not just knowing what you're doing, but what the guy next to you doing, how the offense is going to attack us and how the defense is going to attack us too. So that's what makes it very complicated, and understanding who the offensive coordinator is and what's his DNA, the same as the head coach.
Okay, just want to point out, even though you can't see it at home, Marshawn Lynch is FaceTiming us right now.
Yeah, he's trying to get me to talk.
Marshawn, we're trying to call a football game, and that is a sensational catch by Alex Bachman. Diving, laying full out for that one. But there's a flag in the backfield. This might be coming back.
Holding, offense, number 60. 10-yard penalty, replay, first down.
And Bachman understandably frustrated because that was sensational effort on his part, but that's the rookie, Charles Grant. And
yeah,
he's Marshawn.
He's FaceTiming us right now.
He's on the
He's
phone.
put 1 minute 34 seconds.
And that's Rod Marr, great Seahawks photographer next to him. Marshawn, we're on television. We're trying to work here.
We're trying to work just a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
But Kay, I know 37 Williams is so happy that play was called back, because he didn't touch the guy. The guy got back up. I guess he thought he was down, and that happens a lot during training camp because you never are full-on tackler. Now you get out here, you got to make sure you get the guy down, because that could have been bad.
First and long. O'Connell to the other sideline, and would have been a tremendous catch if Colin Johnson made it, but it was deflected.
So Nehemiah Pritchett.
Again, already had one of the interceptions for the Seahawks in this first half, Mike.
Again, look how patient he is at the line of scrimmage. Understanding he has to close the distance between himself and the wide receiver. Gets his eyes back, puts his arm up. Great play by Nehemiah Pritchett.
And that was one of the question marks. There's not that many question marks on this Seahawks defense, but who are going to be the third and fourth cornerbacks?
Absolutely.
And Job and Nehemiah Pritchett are certainly making a case so far tonight.
Yes, they are.
O'Connell over the middle, connecting with Kadir Ismail, another one of his tight ends. They've got a lot of them in Vegas, and they want to go quick, understandably, and they're going tempo. 1:15 to go in this first half.
Yeah, some tempo is going to test this defense's communications in this 2-minute drive.
O'Connell looking for Bachman on the outside. He's got it close to the 48-yard line. That's good for a first down.
Well, this one becomes very interesting, right? Because on the defensive line and linebackers, the outside linebackers, we know the players. In the secondary, we know the players. I think the linebackers is where we need the stars to start to be grown from there. Before Bobby Wagner, KJ Wright, it's like we have Ernest, we have some other guys, but we don't really know them that well. And if you look at how teams are attacking right now, it's going right down the middle of the seam where the linebacker plays are.
Previous play is under review.
All right, so we'll take another look. Make sure that was a catch by Bachman.
Make sure it's a catch. So what you trying to say about the linebacker?
I'm just saying that somebody needs to emerge as a star. You know, somebody needs to emerge as the leader, that guy, because it's good that the defensive line is kind of the rah-rah guys, and it's good that the secondaries can come down and hit, but it's really about the linebackers coming down and being the ones who they call the plays, set the front, being able to do the tempos. They're the ears and arms and the legs of the defensive coordinators.
That's out, Mike.
Oh, that's out.
That's out. I mean, I think he caught the football, but he never actually got down. Oh, they talking about this play. I was looking at another one.
That's tough. I don't think he got that first down. That was a good tackle. That was a good rugby tackle, shoulder on hip. Being able to drive your feet. That's what you want to see from tacklers. Really, every young person that's watching football right now, stop ducking your head. Use your shoulders and use your pads. Because if you don't, you will be injured. Tackle. There's nothing wrong with putting a little pop or a little sting on a big play in the football league. That's what we're here for. We don't got them to hide from them. We got them because we need them.
Because we need them, Mike.
Even though I didn't wear any.
You didn't wear any shoulder pads. That was just your shoulders out there, man.
Have I mentioned that I missed you guys?
We missed you too.
It's good to see you.
Yeah, we missed you too.
It's good to see you again.
Always.
Missed your passion.
After review, the receiver was down inbounds. Therefore, in this situation, the clock was at 1:06 at the time, so we're going to run 10 seconds from there at 56 seconds on the game clock. 30 seconds.
Let's take one more look.
Thank you.
Hands on top of D'Anthony Bell.
Yeah, but I think they're saying his shin right there is down.
That's a good call.
It's a good call.
I think that's a great call.
It is.
I'm not one to say refs have good calls, but that was a great call.
So they run 10 off the clock. So 56 now for the Raiders trying to get on the scoreboard one more time before halftime. O'Connell looking back shoulder and just couldn't get enough on it. Looking once again for Colin Johnson. They're going to connect at some point tonight, but not just yet.
Well, I know the last play before on the back throw, we didn't go back to the D-line, but Mike Morris and the rest of the D-line right there put a lot of pressure, being able to come from the middle. I think this is Mike's year to step up as a player. Before, he's kind of been wishy-washy where he's supposed to be, but I'm starting to see confidence the way he played when he was at Michigan.
Mike Morris stays after every single practice. He works on his body. Kid's really showing that he wants to be a part of this team.
2nd and 10. Pocket collapsing. Nice work by the defensive line for the Seahawks there. Tyreek Smith called his name a lot.
And I know you're going to say, Mike, not the D-line, but I'm going to say the pressure right here. Being able to take a tackle, puts him into the quarterback, collapse on the pocket, and you know, this is a quarterback who's played in a lot of big games, so being able to push the tackle and get there and put pressure on him, make him uncomfortable. No quarterback wants to do that. You saw his face, like he won't like it, but he had a little tenderness and scare in his face, like he's been cooking the stew all day with the pot roast.
Tyreek Smith on the pass rush right there.
Las Vegas 1 for 5 on 3rd down conversion so far tonight. 47 seconds to go in our first half. O'Connell finally does connect with Colin Johnson. And he gets down close to that first down marker. Clock still running. Yep, they're going to move the sticks. So Las Vegas still with a little life here. 30 seconds now to go. Inside handoff to McCormick. Takes it down close to the 40.
It's good situational football.
Las Vegas takes his 3rd and final timeout. It's a 30-second timeout.
Vegas took another timeout. Looks like they're trying to get some points on the board before the half. That's a Pete Carroll thing. He wants to get points on the half and then steal points. They can get the ball the next half.
And then for Aiden O'Connell, I think this is good for him, right? Because just because you're number 2 in the depth chart doesn't mean that they're continuously not looking for the quarterback to back up Geno Smith. I think we've seen him last year make some good plays on a less talented offense, but this year there's a new scheme and Pete's believing in him, this opportunity to be a quarterback who can make the tough throws. And he's been taking a pounding tonight and being able to get back up and throw the ball play after play.
3rd-year man out of Purdue.
This new Chip Kelly offense.
Aiden O'Connell. The sideline, just out of the reach of Colin Johnson.
Yeah, throwing on your back foot is really hard as a quarterback, and I think right there, if he had a chance to set his feet, go through his progression, step into it, that would have been a better throw. But for him, the pressure's been coming all night, so he's seeing ghosts everywhere like Patrick Swayze, right? So at this moment, he's like, I know where the guy's supposed to be. Let me just get the ball there. And it becomes very hard as a quarterback with the crowd, with everybody going. So just step into it and being able to make that throw. The routine plays become harder and harder when pressure's coming at you as a quarterback.
Like Patrick Swayze.
He brought he sways into an NFL broadcast.
Yeah. I watch Ghost.
Seattle makes its first time out of the half. 30-second timeout.
Oh, man. Kind of a weird movie when you think about it. Like,
Is it?
yeah, when he had like channeling it through somebody else and it was just Whoopi Goldberg. There's a lot going on.
I love you, Mike. I missed you, bro.
We missed
awesome.
you. We missed you. So 18 seconds to go, and this is what coaches love in the preseason, you guys, right? Like situations like this that you're going to see in the regular season. They're going to be important, whether it's clock management, whether it's 2-minute drill. Let's see what this Seahawks defense can do.
Coach McDonald was fired up right there, man. That's the intensity, and that's what we talked about. He's making the mark that this is his team now. It's good to see.
There's Brandon Peely, Tyreek Smith, Connor O'Toole. Raiders need 7 on this 3rd down. O'Connell quickly outside, and catch is made, but not gonna get it. Connecting with Ismail, one of his tight ends, and it's gonna be short. Raiders will go for it. It appears they're gonna go for the field goal here. Daniel Carlson is out.
Mayday, mayday, mayday.
55. That is going to come up short and outside.
Yeah, I think he left his leg in Vegas. That was completely short.
That wasn't close.
Yeah, you're at the crap table, and yeah, he did that. It just wasn't enough, you know. It was a good idea, but just bad execution.
So defense holds for Mike McDonald and the Seattle Seahawks, despite look of a little frustration on McDonald's face.
Yeah, he looked like he was getting after the referees. He's been getting after them at practice too, so.
I think this is where we remind Mike and the defense, hey, 2 interceptions by the Seahawks defense in that first half. And a 16-3 lead over the Las Vegas Raiders in both teams' preseason opener tonight here in beautiful Seattle, Washington. Stay with us, Paul and Cliff, bringing the halftime right after this.
Back live at Lumen Field for the Seahawks halftime show. The Hawks lead the Raiders at the break 16-3. Cliff Averill joining us as always here on the sidelines. And Cliff, a couple of things jumped out at us in that first half, but the DB, certainly the secondary of the Seahawks, making some noise.
Yes. Seeing the young players make some noise, get some interceptions, making some big plays, I think is huge. It's a confidence booster. But then to add on to that, you see the veteran players that aren't in pads running out there celebrating those guys. I think that's awesome because one is giving those guys a lot of energy. It's telling those guys they deserve to be here. But during the regular season, we're going to have to slow down with some of those penalties, though. But overall, though, seeing the DBs get after them, I think this has been pretty cool to see the young players making some big plays and having the older players celebrate them.
You think Mike McDonald cares much about those penalties right now?
Ooh, I don't know. I think so, right? Because you also don't want to create bad habits. You also don't want to let guys know that it's okay to mess up from time to time. But I think deep down inside with his core guys, he'll tell them, like, hey, I appreciate it, but we got to slow down on those types of things.
All right, well, we will continue here on the halftime show from Lumen Field. Again, the Seahawks lead the Raiders 16-3. Coming up next, your local news. And after the break, we'll take a closer look at the numbers and some flag football from the ladies out there entertaining us at halftime. We'll be right back. The first half is in the books in Seattle at Lumen Field as the Seahawks lead it 16-3 at halftime. As we continue here on the halftime show with Cliff Averill. And Cliff, you look at some of the numbers from the first half, and the Seahawks, a pretty evenly matched half there, except for third downs. Pretty impressive third down conversion for the Seahawks.
Yeah, and that's huge, right? You don't want to come off the field. So allowing the guys to be able to, continue to keep moving the ball on third down is always a positive. Now, of course, you want to keep running the ball a little bit better. You want to run the ball a little bit better, and of course, score touchdowns.
All right, let's talk about running the football. Gray Zabel, Abe Lucas, a couple of those guys on the offensive line had a couple of drives in this game. Gray Zabel, in particular, pretty dominant.
No doubt, and I'm not one to like offensive linemen, being a defensive line, but I am impressed with him and what he's been able to do. Just seeing him move guys off the ball, kind of paying attention, being attentive to the detail. Obviously, they're running the ball really well. But one thing that stuck out to me was watching him on the sideline when he was done and it was out of the game, seeing him coach up some of the other young players. So to me, that shows a lot of leadership characteristics right there, and he also wants those guys to get better. So that was pretty impressive.
That was interesting to see him pushing some guys around up there in the trenches, and the Raiders getting a little frustrated and doing some holding and things like that on the defensive side of the ball. And, you're forced into some frustration when you're playing a guy who's so solid fundamentally this early in his career.
No doubt, no doubt. I mean, you got a young player that's moving some of these veteran players off the ball. And it's preseason. You get a little mad. You want to do some different things. So that's where some of these penalties start to play a role in the game. But again, for him, I think it's just huge to see him feel confident, especially having the other guys around him. Because on the offensive line, they're a unit. And when you build confidence with the other guys next to you, it only gets better.
Let's look ahead to the second half. Jalen Milroe expected to start at quarterback, and we're going to see some interesting things from him because he has so many intangibles to offer.
Yeah. No, I agree. I'm looking forward to it. Of course, everybody wants to see him run around, but watching him in practice and seeing how well he throws the ball as well, I think is going to be huge. So him being able to show both dynamics, for the first time is going to be pretty cool to see.
Yeah, I would imagine that this game picks up a lot of speed here as he gets into his first NFL action.
No doubt, no doubt. But it still starts with the running game, though, to alleviate him from having to use his legs, alleviate him from having to, throw the ball. I think they have to keep that running game going, and then I think him getting into it, I think is going to be pretty cool.
All right, a lot to look forward to in the second half here at Lumen Field. Again, the Seahawks lead it 16-3. Let's go back upstairs now to Kate and the mics.
All right, you two. Great stuff at halftime.
The mics. That's hilarious.
It's just easier to refer to you guys as one person. What he's talking about is Michael Robinson, Michael Bennett, Super Bowl champions for the Seattle Seahawks.
Something I know the Seahawks want to do this year. Really getting to that place where they have the great offense, the great defense, and the great players who bring back that Lombardi. Because nothing's greater than grabbing that Lombardi as a player and holding it. And you represent a city, and you hold that trophy, and you might hold it like a baby. You just might hold it like a baby.
Might hold it like a baby.
Yeah.
Well, and going off of that, Mike McDonald, Pete Carroll, both of these teams and franchises looking to refine their dominant ways, right? The Seahawks got close. Mike McDonald leading his team to 10 wins in his first season, most wins by a first-year head coach ever in Seattle. Raiders coming off that dismal 4-13 season last year, hoping that Pete and Geno and Jamal Adams and some other guys that we know here in Seattle can help them find some stability and build a new foundation in Las Vegas that they can then build from and get back to their winning ways.
Absolutely. You think about Las Vegas, they've just been so down and so bad for so long. I was talking to Coach Carroll before the game. I'm like, Coach, just your presence is going to be a positive thing. Because you know the positivity that Pete brings to every building he comes into. And then you look at it on the other side, and Mike McDonald, you can visibly see him taking ownership of this particular year's squad. So it's always a good thing to see.
And speaking of taking ownership, let's see what we get from the rookie, Jalen Milroe, heading off to Jacardier Wright, another rookie out of Missouri State.
See, this run works because of Jalen is out there. I mean, every time Sam's there or Drew's there, like they don't have that second thing to say maybe he might run, but they know if he pulls the ball, there's an opportunity to take it to the house.
You see 99 right there. 99 went straight to the quarterback. The defensive end went straight to the quarterback. That opened up the lane for the running back. You're absolutely right, Mike.
I know I'm right. Thank you, though.
Yeah, it was Jacardier Wright again, 24-year-old rookie out of Missouri State, and this is the rookie out of Bama. Jalen Milrow might have had a holding in the backfield. And a flag in the backfield, but that's a flash, Mike B, of Milrow's wings.
See, this is what I'm talking about when you go back to having Russell Wilson in that first year, being able to run and change the game with his legs.
First down.
Uh-oh.
So I think
Beast
Mode has joined us in the booth. We might have to find another headset. We'll get to that. Keep going, Mike B.
No, I think when you have this breakdown of the offensive line, Geno couldn't run the way he could. There's times where Geno did break the pocket, and there's times where Drew broke the pocket. But now, having Jalen in the game is a whole nother different type of dynamic. The ability to run, pass, and be a threat at every single level. That's what you get. This kid's special.
With Seattle penalty tonight.
On TV right now, man.
Get him the guest headset back there, the spare headset.
We
See if he can get on there.
Yeah, we got him.
Jake Bobo with the reception. Milrow out to Bobo at the 27-yard line. But still well behind the sticks, Mike Rowe.
But to your point, Mike B, I classify these movement quarterbacks as runners with passing ability or passers with running ability. Russell, our old quarterback, he was a passer with running ability, right? Jalen Milrow's in the mode of a Lamar Jackson. He's in the mode of a Cam Newton, meaning that he's a runner with special passing ability. And oftentimes, when you get runners with special passing ability, you got to get a quarterback run early on in the game to get these guys into the game. And I think that's why you saw Jalen scramble early.
Yeah, and as a defensive lineman, when you have these quarterback run option plays between the running back and he's going to pull, usually you might just run down, get the runner. But in these moments, it stops your feet. And what does that do? When the offensive line starts to spread from that tackle, it starts to create a big old gap. And that opportunity as a defensive line, you don't know what to do at that moment. You're like, do I get the quarterback? Do I get the running back? And then unfortunately, when you have a good at both, it becomes super complicated for them to be able to throw.
3rd and 14. Milrow is looking to the far side. And it's broken up nicely. Second big play tonight for this guy, number 36 for the Raiders, Kyu Blue Kelly.
Yeah, Kaya has made a couple plays out there tonight. You see him right there, one-on-one with Derek Young. Derek just trying to do a comeback, ball a little bit inside. It's a breakup of the play. Good thing it was an incompletion and not going the other way.
He did have 3 interceptions, 2 by the Seahawks, 1 by the Raiders in the first half. So expect to see more. So here comes a punt. Michael Dixon. Wobbly punt to Dylan Laube. And gets it up to the 35-yard line before he's taken to the turf. So that is where this next Raider possession will begin. Raiders looking up at a 16-3 deficit. And have the football when we come back. Welcome back to Seattle. It is Raider football, and it sounds like Sam Darnold's down on the sideline. Cliff, take it away.
My man Sam. So, hey, new city, new coach. How's that transition going to go on?
It's been great. From the moment I got here, really, just to be able to get in the building, meet everyone, from John, all the way to, EK in the training room. Like, it's just been amazing, man. The players have welcomed me, guys who have been here for, years, guys who have just got here with me as well. So it's just been amazing, man. Just and the welcome that I've gotten from the fans, being around Seattle. It's just been amazing so far.
Now, from an offense, you obviously played in a system like this. What identity do you think you guys need to have some success this year?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing in being in Clint's offense is just running the football, right? I feel like that's the biggest thing always is just being able to attack the line of scrimmage with the run game, play action game, running some keepers off of that, and the drop back pass game will come off of that. And I think that'll be our identity so far this year. But, as you know, it takes a few games to really understand what you are as an offense. But so far in training camp, I feel like that's kind of our identity so far.
No, that's good. Now, we were just talking about this off air, talking about the fans here, the 12s, for the preseason game. I mean, how crazy is it for a preseason game to get this type of feeling?
I mean, this is unbelievable, man, just to hear these fans on third downs in the first preseason game of the year. You got the other team having to use silent count in the preseason. It's amazing just to have these guys finally on my side, and man, there's nothing like it.
My last one for you. So, the last few years you played it with and underneath a lot of different quarterbacks. What's some of the different traits and things that you've picked up over the years that has allowed you to have some success last year and moving forward?
Yeah, I think there's a lot. I think, when I was younger, I think, I felt like I knew how to prepare, but, I spent so many hours in the film room and doing these things, whereas sometimes you feel like listen to this is crazy. But sometimes I feel like you don't understand, you don't know what you don't know. And I think for me going to San Francisco, even just learning, I know fans probably don't like to hear this, but learning from Brock a little bit too, just the way that he prepared every single day, and that coaching staff over there, and then obviously what we did in Minnesota, learning from that coaching staff. I've been able to learn a ton in the last couple years, and I feel like those experiences have only helped me grow as a quarterback.
That's good stuff, man. Thank you, man. We're looking forward to seeing how you get down this year. Yes, sir.
Good
Back
stuff
to you.
indeed. Great work, Cliff, and good stuff from Aiden O'Connell finding his rookie tight end out of Towson, Carter Runyon, on that previous play for a 20-yard gain. And we'll get back to that Sam Darnold conversation because I want to get back to it, but I want to give the Raiders offense the respect they deserve because they're driving down the football field right now.
Yes, they are, and it started kind of with some play-action passing explosives by Aiden O'Connell. Oh, thanks, Beast Mode. That was a great massage. Appreciate it.
Marshawn's still up here. O'Connell. He has looked like a different quarterback on this drive, connecting with Justin Shorter, third-year wideout out of Florida, and they are knocking on the door now, guys.
Well, yeah, I think what you're seeing Aiden O'Connell do up and down this field is attack the middle of the field with the linebackers inside the numbers, being able to either hit those close seams right there, but he's not really testing the outside, the corners. He's just testing the middle of the field right now, which each level, the second level, the linebackers, they're being able to have at least one stop, and hopefully they do it right now.
He's decisive, Mike. You can see it right there.
Dylan Laube diving for the pylon, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. What a drive for Las Vegas.
It's just like I said, once again, they're clearing the field, getting the linebackers one-on-one with a back out the field. It's just getting harder and harder. The linebackers got to be able to see what's happening and understand how they're being attacked and adjust to it. And I think that series right there, through all of it, they weren't able to do that.
Again, as we watch the replay right here, just Aiden O'Connell just being decisive, right? The back gets a step on the linebacker, Drake Thomas, and you put a foot outside of his front number and lead him into the end zone. Just being decisive is what got the touchdown.
And also as a linebacker or defensive lineman, you start to see where the running back is lined up. If he's inside, you're thinking that he's going to go up the field and corner. But when he starts to get outside of that tackle, you got to know that he's going to the flats.
So a good start to this second half for that guy, Aiden O'Connell and Las Vegas Raiders. Dylan Laube, the New Hampshire product, into the end zone. Had a game here in Seattle. Seahawks football is presented by Washington's Lottery. When you play Washington's Lottery, you're helping fund the pursuit of dreams through college and career training. We saw Marshawn Lynch taking photos on the field earlier. Now he's up in the booth with us, trying to learn from Michael Robinson and Michael Bennett, who are beside me up here. Kate Scott, appreciate you all being with us. And that guy, congratulations to number 23, Dylan Laube. 7 plays, 65 yards, and had that 6-yard touchdown catch to pull the Raiders within 6. Third quarter here in Seattle. And that one will bounce into the end zone. Another touchback. Curious to see how the slight change in the dynamic kickoffs work this year, guys, because last year was bringing it out to the 30.
Yep.
In an effort to, again, see more returns. Teams decided the 30 was fine, wasn't that big of a deal. So this year they've changed it to the 35-yard line. So far tonight, not that big of a deal either.
No, not that big of a deal, but I do think when we get into the season, you're going to see teams be more strategic about where they kick the ball, kick it about down to the goal line so that a team doesn't have the opportunity to down it, you know?
Well, I'm actually happy I got a chance to see the Deion Sanders and all the great returners because I don't think we're going to see that anymore.
This is Jalen Milroe, second series for the rookie out of Alabama, connecting with Guess who? If you couldn't tell from the flowing locks, that is Brady Russell, one of our favorite guys in the preseason last year.
Absolutely. Brady Russell, one of my favorite players. He can play fullback, he can play tight end, and one of the best special teams players, not just Mike in Seattle, but in the whole daggone football league, man.
He looks like a WWE wrestler right now.
Hey, man.
You're old school, right?
Old school. Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, who's going to do the oh, yeah, on air? Rowe, the inside handoff to Jacardier right. No place to go that time.
No place to go right there. But
Trevin Ma'ai, number 68 in white.
I had an opportunity to talk to Brady Russell at the hotel earlier today. And he's like, I hope I play the whole game. I'm ready to go. That's the energy that you want. Those are the type of players you want to build the foundation of your team with. Guys who will go and play no matter what stadium, no matter what time of the day.
Yeah, Mike McDonald could not say enough about Brady Russell when we talked to him yesterday. Right, a good move. This is Jacardier right.
Get out of there.
And what a run by the rookie out of Missouri State, Jacardier Wright. Got a flag way back near the 35-yard line. Got a good block from guess who, Brady Russell.
Come on now.
We'll see this replay regardless. Let's hope it stands because...
I hope it stands because this was a
45-yard scamper, Mike B.
Oh, my God. It was just a beautiful play call. You know, being able to have those 3 tight ends lined up over there.
Offense, number 38. 10-yard penalty for the spot and foul. Replay third down.
Okay, let's see. Did Brady hold?
Let's see. Yeah, he just shot his hands outside. Yeah, can't do that.
So explain why, guys, for folks who are maybe just learning football.
Well, again, when you shoot your hands outside and the ball bounces outside of you, the referee's gonna see a hold almost no matter what, right? Because as the defender tries to pull away, because your arms are outside, it's gonna appear to be holding. Now that was holding. We usually tell blockers shoot your hands inside and run your feet. So if the referees see anything, they just see you fighting for a position. That's it.
Yeah, I think if he wouldn't have talked to you, that might not have happened.
Stop it, Mike.
Well, let's see if maybe he can get it going once again. That's John Rice Plumlee, the motion man for the Seahawks. Ricky White III in for the first time tonight, and with that movement.
See, the defender moved first, Mike.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't?
No, it matters who they see.
That's a good point.
False start. Offense number 79. 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
You know what, Kate? This is what's really. This is close right here, right? This is.
Yeah, let's see.
He flinches. He flinches. So,
but the defense.
The defense did
caused
they
it.
They did cause it. But I think what happens with penalties, they become contagious. It's like one penalty. You got to find a way to get out of that mindset and get forward to make a positive play.
Mike, we're not talking.
There's been a lot of penalties.
Okay, but what does that have to do with the defense causing that one?
Okay, guys, we'll get back to it. Here's Milroe. Breaks loose of one defender. Takes it out close to the 25-yard line. Thomas Booker, the 4th. Doing good work for the Las Vegas defense there.
Let's check this thing out here again. Double A gap mug look. Everybody drops out. Jalen sees nothing but white jerseys. Decides to run it and get what he can.
Again, Booker just coming over earlier this week in that trade with the Eagles. So good work by 4-7. Called his name a couple of times tonight.
Already making an impact.
Yep. Love to see that if you're a Raider fan. Some of the high spiraling punts. And almost lost that one in the rights. And unfortunately for the Seahawks, gonna bounce all the way back into the end zone, and then a wild play in the end zone.
I don't think anybody can see out there.
A 77-yard punt from Michael Dixon. It'll be Raider football when we come back. this Seahawks fan right here knows. Don't miss a single second of a Seahawks game day. Seahawks games and more with NFL Plus. Watch live, local, and primetime games, NFL Network, and NFL Red Zone all in one place. Visit Seahawks.com/watch to sign up today. Appreciate all of you who are watching this one tonight here at Lumen Field in Seattle. Kate Scott along with Michael Bennett and Michael Robinson. Seahawks leading the Raiders 16-10, but Las Vegas with a chance to tie or pull ahead on this drive. Great start to the second half. Aiden O'Connell found Dylan Laube for a 6-yard touchdown on that first possession. And sends that one out wide to Philip Dorsett on that pass.
I got a question for you, Mike. What does this mean that Aiden O'Connell's still in the game right now? What are the Raiders evaluating right now that he's still this late in the game in the preseason?
They're getting an extended look at him. I mean, Aiden O'Connell, you know, he played last year. You know, he showed that he could play in the National Football League, but he just didn't have, you know, a great system around him. They want to see him in this Chip Kelly system for an extended period of time, and he's a veteran quarterback, so you can almost, you know, guarantee he's not going to make the big mistake.
182 yards passing, a touchdown, and a couple of interceptions so far tonight for Aiden O'Connell. Saw former Seahawk Geno Smith for one series way back at the start of the game. Got some nice cheers from Seahawks fans who are very appreciative of that comeback player of the year 2022 campaign. And Geno was darn good in his Seahawk days, now hoping to lead the Raiders to success. But tonight, it's Aiden O'Connell's game. Inside handoff to Chris Collier, second year at Lock Haven University, back in Lock Haven, PA. Very close to that first down marker.
Again, you look at the Seahawks defense right now, Coach McDonald, he's looking for depth players, right? You look across that defensive line. You know, you got J.R. Singleton in the game right now, a young guy who's fighting and battling to be one of the defensive tackles in this game, and it looks like they will come right up his way.
See if they got a little Vegas tush-push of sorts. That one's going to be really close. Had to get to the 30, the 42. Let's see where they spot this.
Okay, can I be honest with you? I hate the tush-push as a defensive lineman because it's like you really can't do anything right there.
Explain why you hate this, Michael.
I hate it because everybody's going down, and all you can do, they're below you. You can't really do anything, and they start to crawl. They pick you up, and there's really no stopping that play really when it becomes short distance.
Well, what do you say to the Seahawks defense who just stopped it then, Mike?
Yeah, they stopped it. Well, I expect the Seahawks to stop it. I'm just talking about the rest of the league.
I don't think you're alone in disliking it. I know everybody in Philly loves it. But
I love it. I think it's an awesome play.
I don't know. It looked like O'Connell went backwards. Did he have any forward progress? Jalen Gaines is saying, It's going to come down to the spot.
Not the virtual one.
It's unavailable tonight, right?
That's the virtual measurement. Human spot the ball.
But during the season, we will have virtual technology helping us with the spot. Let's see.
Somebody
they're moving the sticks, but the fans disagreeing, shockingly, here in Seattle. It didn't look like he made any forward progress, did it, guys?
It does not seem like he went forward any, but I guess it's too close to challenge.
So new set of downs for Las Vegas as we approach the 3.5-minute mark in this third quarter. And miscommunication there. O'Connell was looking for Laube, and Dylan wasn't ready for it.
Yeah, you see Coach McDonald right there. He's working the refs. You know, he's developing his style about how he talks to the refs and make sure he shows the respect. But I've been at practice a few times, and he gets fired up at the referees. But they're doing a great job calling things at practice. Coach McDonald taking ownership again of this team.
And so close to making the postseason last year in his first year as head coach. 10-7, first ever 10-win first-year head coach in Seattle. And if you think about the great coaches that have come through here,
that's saying a lot.
Laube takes it close to midfield. Mike Robb, that's saying a lot.
That's saying a whole lot.
Yeah.
And Mike B, you understand this, how hard it is to be a new head coach. Not just a first-time head coach, but like he hadn't been in the National Football League that long, right? get a head coaching job, and then win 10 games in his first year.
Well, I remember talking to Dan Quinn after we won the first Super Bowl, and he had an opportunity to go to the Cleveland Browns, but he didn't go because they didn't have a good quarterback. See, Mike walked into a situation where he had a good quarterback where he could run and throw the ball the way that he wanted to, and I think he was able to establish who he was as an individual and who he was as a coach, and that became very intense culture for the rest of the team.
O'Connell to the near side, caught very close to the marker. Justin Shorter on the reception. Had to get just inside the 48. Nice sauce Waxter on the coverage for Seattle. Lots of pressure. Really interesting formation just before the snap for the Seahawks.
Yeah, trust me, viewers, I've been in the blocking unit before. When you see like 8 guys up at the line of scrimmage, that's pretty scary for an offensive blocker. You don't know where guys are going to come from. Coach McDonald does a great job in disguise.
O'Connell, though, moving this offense once again. Started off the second half right, looking to finish this third quarter right. To the far side and up and over. Shorter, who was once again his intended receiver. Marion Pepe Williams on the coverage for Seattle.
Yeah, Demarion Williams, tight on that coverage. He's a kid who's had a good training camp, playing hard, good on special teams. See, they tried to target him a little bit on the last drive. Came out here showing that he's going to be around every receiver they put to his side.
He was with Mike McDonald in Baltimore. 2022-23 before coming to Seattle this season. Collier, not much space.
Good tackle right there by Ty Okada. Coming up from the safety spot.
Under 2 minutes to play in this third quarter. Big third down coming up here for both teams. This is a good ball game so far. 16-10, Seattle in front. Las Vegas trying to keep this drive alive.
Another defensive end, baby, ready for this chip block that's coming.
See the guys standing around.
O'Connell with time, connects, and the Raiders have another first down. Colin Johnson moving the chains.
That's a good throw, good decisive throw by Aiden O'Connell. Tight coverage there by Waxter. But when the ball is on time and the ball is right where it needs to be, it's tough to defend passes like that. We call that a non-stop, Mike.
And that's routine for Chip Kelly to be able to find ways to get the ball out very quick on those third down situations, especially when you're expecting some type of blitz.
Hand off to Laube, and the Seahawks read that well. Anthony Campbell, the rookie out of Miami, there on the stop.
I don't want to bring Jalen up in this, but this is the same thing I was talking a second ago about. At this point, there's no pressure coming to stop the quarterback, so they can get right down, get right on the running back, opposite of what was happening before in the Seahawks offense.
Absolutely. Good play by Anthony Campbell right there. Getting his shoulder down, dipping, ripping, and making a TFL.
13th play of this Las Vegas drive. 20 seconds, probably the final play of this third quarter. O'Connell sets, fires, and connects once again. First catch of the night for Shedrick Jackson. There's a flag very close to that catch.
Yeah, we might have offense.
That might be offense. That might be offense.
Might be.
A lot of flags here tonight, as expected in a preseason opener.
Pass interference, offense, number 4, 10-yard penalty, replay second down.
All right, so the drive pauses at least momentarily as we take another look at this.
You see Shedrick right there in the slot as he's going out. See how he extended that hand right there? He really didn't even have to do that, but it created a little bit more separation. Referees are going to always see that extended arm.
Great uncle, all of you watching tonight may have heard of this guy, Bo Jackson.
This is the end of the third
Jackson,
quarter.
Of course.
Figured a few of our viewers tonight might know who that guy is.
Some of them.
All right, 3 quarters in the books here in the Emerald City. Got a great one, 16-10, Seattle in front, fourth quarter after this. Well, Seahawks football is back here at Lumen Fields, and it is time to bring the noise. Watch your 2025 Seahawks take the field once again next Friday, the 15th at 7, the Kansas City Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce coming to town. Get your tickets at Seahawks.com/tickets. 2nd and 22 here for the Las Vegas Raiders. Can you pull even or pull ahead of the Seahawks here at the start of this 4th quarter? Aiden O'Connell was looking for Philip Dorsett, but the Seahawks secondary does well to break that up. I believe that was Williams there on the coverage.
Yeah, that's a good job by Williams right here, just driving on this slant route, not giving the space for Aiden O'Connell to fit that ball in there. You see Philip Dorsett, you hope he's okay.
Yeah, looks to be grimacing a bit. Already lost Alex Bachman to a non-contact injury in the first half.
See that right hand get in there? Knock the ball out. It's great coverage.
Marion Pepe Williams on the coverage. 3rd and 22. Swinging out to Shedrick Jackson. He does a nice job to pick up a good chunk of yardage that the Raiders had lost, but doesn't get close to the marker. Had to get to at the 27-yard line. De'Aaron Jackson and Jarek Reed II taking him down for the Seahawks.
It's a good play call by Chip Kelly right there. And the timing of that play call, just a little bit of a wide receiver screen, understanding that he's going against Mike McDonald, who's going to get after you a little bit. Caught the Seattle Seahawks in a blitz. Got some positive yards.
All right, this is Daniel Carlson from 56. He was short from 55 in the first half. Snap is down, kick is up. This one looks better. And that is through 56 yards for Daniel Carlson. And we've got a 3-point game here in Seattle.
Wow. That was a good kick, Mike B.
He didn't leave his leg that time.
Pete Carroll's guys within 3 of his old team. Seahawks football is brought to you by 76. Go from fan to Seahawks VIP with the Fuel Forward app. Scan the QR code for a chance to win. So the Raiders hit from 56. Daniel Carlson makes this a 3-point game, 16-13. Just underway in this 4th quarter. Into the end zone it goes for a touchback. So before, Mike B, we let you go, we were talking about it during the break, you guys. This is a preseason game. Sure doesn't feel like a preseason game with Pete Carroll and Mike McDonald on our sidelines, does it?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't feel like a preseason game. We all know it is, but it's like, you know, we're kicking field goals. We're not going for it. Like, we're trying to win this game. You know what I'm saying? When I say we both coaches look like they're trying to have a great showing and win this game, and like, you know.
Yeah, I don't think Pete wants anybody to forget that he built this castle, right? And this new, it's like nobody wants to see their ex happy, and I think that's what Pete is trying to do to establish, to make sure that people remember that he's the one, you know?
On that note, Michael Bennett, thanks for joining us for quarters 2 and 3. It is Anthony Tyus III. Another one of the guys trying to make the Seahawks at running back with his first carry tonight. Join us again next Friday when the Chiefs come to town.
Of course. Thank you guys for having me.
Great to see you.
You know I like UK. It's still, jury's still out on Mike.
I get it. You guys spend a lot more time together, so. Michael Bennett, everybody. Oh, he's a hoot.
Yeah, man, he's crazy. I love that dude, though, man. Like,
me too. I can imagine how fun it was playing with him.
Oh, my goodness.
Seahawks and Tyus dive forward for the first down. So a good first couple of runs by that guy. Number 35, just signed earlier this week, right, Mike Robb? I know, again, I mentioned it in the open, but for folks who don't know, Mike Robb is not just a broadcaster. He's an intern in the scouting department for the Seahawks this training camp. So why'd you bring in Tyus?
And they got me punching holes and, you know,
videotaping during training camp. Doing
everything.
all the grunt work, man. Really proud of you.
Everything. Oh, it's been awesome.
And off again to Tyus.
Good balance.
Undrafted rookie out of Ohio, who helped the Bobcats beat Miami of Ohio in the MAC championship this past year. Here's George Solani, who was the starting running back for the Seahawks tonight and scored from 24 yards out, had 3 separate 20-plus yard carries. Really good stuff from George tonight.
Yeah, great stuff from George. Great stuff from Jacardi Wright. We've seen a little bit of Damian Martinez, but all of these guys, including Trey Tyus, they're fighting for time behind Zach Charbonnet and Kenny Walker III.
There's Tyus again. Down to the 45-yard line.
Tyus is showing us something here, man. Getting the ball, on consecutive plays and still showing some burst and some power. Runs great behind his pads.
And his new teammates very happy on the sideline. There's K9.
There go K9. K9, man. This dude is explosive. I actually, when Trey Tyus got into the building, I had a chance to talk to him, and he said, man, my first game I went up against, he was at Northwestern. He went up against Michigan State and saw Kenneth Walker. He said the first play of the game, Kenneth went 80. And he said, man, I got to do that.
Pitch this time. And it goes to Jacardier Wright. Lowers his shoulders and picks up Seahawks first down. Let's take another look at this run from above.
Yeah, man. Let's take a look at this run. Just look at the left tackle, 65, and Michael Jarrell on the pull. Just getting out, putting people on the ground, on their back. Michael Jarrell right there, swing tackle, second year out of Finley, just balling.
Yeah, I want to get back to the offensive line in just a minute after this play, because they have looked very good for the Seahawks tonight. Milroe firing, connecting with his tight end, Marshall Lang. First NFL catch for the rookie out of Northwestern. And Marshall's fired up.
Marshall is fired up. It's good to see him catch the football, run the ball after he caught it too. But you see Jalen Milroe right there, very decisive in where he wanted to go with the football. When this kid knows what he's seeing, he can throw the ball with some of the best of them out there. But it's just about creating the offense so that he can see things as easy as he can and utilizing his legs as well.
Looks like Sam Webb, number 27 for the Raiders, a little bit shaken up there. You saw him kind of working out that right arm, so hope that Sam is okay. Caller up, another tight end for the Seahawks in there with Marshall Lang. Again, expecting to see a lot more 2, sometimes 3 tight end sets. Some fullback, we saw that in the first half. Milroe goes play action. Milroe fires, and he's got Tyrone Broden, the rookie out of Arkansas, with his first NFL reception.
There's one of those plays. First of all, you know it's a bootleg. Watch how quickly Jalen gets around this edge. He's already around the edge on his third step. Throws just a dart right between coverage. Look at the eyes, throwing on the run. That's a throw right there from Jalen Milroe.
Let's see what he's got here. From the 11. Pitching left. Wright makes one guy miss. Jacardier Wright. Ooh, just lost his footing. You saw he wanted to get a little more from his legs there, and his left leg just kind of went out from under him. But I like the way this guy runs, Mike Brown.
Yeah, I do love the way. But look how this offense captured the edge. Look at those tight ends blocking right there. Right, you got Marshall Lang on the edge as the wing, just sealing the outside, allowing Jacardier to get to the edge.
I think Ricky White might have had a piece of that block as well. At the back. Jacardier Wright cuts back to his right, and he's in. Touchdown, Seahawks. Plumlee diving on what might have been a loose ball. But hey, congratulations to the rookie out of Missouri State. First NFL touchdown for Jacardier Wright.
Great job by Jacardier Wright right here. First of all, inside zone to the left. See, he ran up on the feet of the offensive lineman, and just that little jump cut gets him to the back door. There it is. And when you can get that close to the feet of the offensive lineman, it brings all of the defenders up to the blocks, and then you can cut off of that 6.
I was hoping I would get to say Luke Felix Fualalo tonight. Big number 73 for the Seahawks.
I'm glad you said it.
Creating that space for Wright to take advantage of for his first NFL touchdown. The extra point is up and good, but we do have another flag on the field. Won't go to break just yet.
Not just yet.
Not just yet.
Got to hear from Clee with his Schmedium shirt on. I love it.
We hear a lot from Cleve. I'm sure you gamers know. Been voice of the official in Madden for a number of years. Heard a little too much of him for my liking.
Yeah, just a little too much, but it's preseason game.
Got a great voice, but
yeah,
too much clean. Let's see what we got here.
A lot of tricep too.
Do you think he does the overhead?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that what gets it? Yeah. How about this guy? 24-year-old rookie. Jacardier Wright, following George Halani's lead into the end zone for the touchdown. 23-13, Seahawks. Welcome back. Let's take one more look at Jacardier Wright's first NFL touchdown.
Ooh, that was sweet. You see the footwork, Kate, again, running up inside zone, get up on the feet of the offensive lineman, and then make your decision touchdown.
So great seeing Drew Lock and Sam Darnold, A.J. Barner, and so many of the guys who are going to be starting for the Seahawks pumping their fists. So excited for these guys like Wright who are trying to make this football team.
And again, that to me, that screams culture. It screams what Coach Mike McDonald has been preaching since the start of spring, really, right? Doing things their way, the way they want to do it, and man, being excited about when great things happen for their teammates. Couldn't ask for anything more.
And it was an unsportsmanlike penalty on the Raiders during the point after. So the point after stance. And Raiders will take a knee. Once again, trailing by 10, 23-13 now, 9:39 to go in what has been a really enjoyable, exciting first preseason game for both of these teams.
It has been a great preseason game, and simply because you know the amount of passion and energy that Pete Carroll and a Pete Carroll's team is going to bring. And number two, you know that this is the year 2 for Coach Mike McDonald, and you want to see the culture and the excitement come from the Seattle Seahawks, and we've seen both.
It looks like that will do it tonight for Aiden O'Connell, who played most of the game for the Raiders. Geno Smith got the first series. Got some cheers here from the 12s, loving their former Seahawk. This is Dylan Laube. Already has 1 touchdown for the Raiders tonight. So this guy is showing us something. An FCS All-America at New Hampshire. It's his 2nd year now in the NFL. And he's trying to stick with Las Vegas.
Yeah, he got some wheels.
Yeah, doesn't he?
Did you see him turn the corner right there? Just going where his eyes take him, turning the corner and finishing the run going forward. You got to love that.
24 yards on that scamper for Laube, who, as we've seen a number of times, a kick returner as well. Cam Miller, the rookie out of North Dakota State, along with the Seahawks lineman Gray Zabel. Great defense there by Jarek Reed, number 32, all over the rookie out of Montana State, Tommy Mellott.
This kid, Jay Reed, he's all over the place. Every time I see this guy walking around the building, in between meetings, things like that, he has an iPad. He's always studying. One of the smartest Seahawk players out there. Good to see him getting in on some tackles.
Nice quarterback pressure from the rookie out of Utah, Connor O'Toole, on that previous play. And the handoff to Chris Collier, who has a first down and more. A great run by Collier inside the 30-yard line. And Mike B still working hard, even though he's left us, that is, in the booth, down on the sideline with Cooper Kupp. Mike B, take it away.
I said Marshawn was the hardest man working in show business, but I think it's me. I'm down here with the great Cooper Kupp. Cooper, I know everybody wants to know, what does it feel like to be back in the home area playing football right now?
No, it's cool, man. I mean, obviously, being in the stadium, growing up, having watched the games here, and then just as a, through my career, having played a lot of games here as well, it's cool to be on the other side of it.
What does it feel like to come into a new offense and be one of the older guys and continue to lead as you have been so far?
Yeah, it's been fun, man. I mean, I've loved being able to learn this thing. Like, coming in day one, everyone's learning. Everyone's at the same spot. Everyone's trying to figure it out. It makes it really cool to be able to be at that point and see it grow and be able to see it adapt and change as the guys make it come to life. And all the coaches have been awesome. The guys have been awesome. I've really enjoyed it.
What's it feel like? How are you feeling this year, knowing that you've been Super Bowl MVP, made big plays? Like, what are the things that you're trying to improve on this year as a player?
Yeah, I'm really not trying to prove anything. I just want to go out there and play good football. I still love playing this game, and every day is just such an incredible blessing. I feel like I'm playing real good football right now. Excited about what the guys are doing, how we felt going through training camp, and yeah, I just feel good and excited.
Last question, the real question is, how do you feel about this fan base, knowing that you've been in LA all those years, and those are okay fans, but now you have the 12th man. Are you ready to get in front of that crowd?
Yeah, man, it's awesome. Even just this, like this preseason game, seeing these fans show up, be loud, make this such a cool environment. It's gonna be a real cool thing being out there and being on the other side of it, because it's been a terror playing here over the last 8 years. Excited to be on this side.
Well, thank you. The great Cooper Kupp is here back in the Pacific Northwest, ready to have a big season. And I know all the fans out there welcome him the right way.
No doubt about that, Mike B. Hardest working guy. Michael Bennett, everybody. And so good to have the Yakima native and the A.C. Davis High School alum, Cooper Kupp, back here, as Mike said, in the Pacific Northwest. This is Cam Miller. He airs it out down the right sideline, and Shedrick Jackson is wide open and in for another Las Vegas touchdown. What a play. They were headed the wrong way for a couple of plays, and then 41 yards from Miller to Jackson.
Wow. Great pass right there by Cam Miller. You see Shedrick on the outside right there. Just a double move, just a sluggo. We call it a slant and go. Gets behind the coverage, touchdown. You're right, Kate, this offense was going backwards. And then with one throw, they're in the end zone.
Again, Cam Miller was the two-time FCS champion quarterback at North Dakota State. Walter Payton Award runner-up to his now teammate Tommy Mellott, who was the quarterback for Montana State in college. And this thing is not over yet, football fans. 23-20, at 7.5 to play. 41 yards from Miller to the house. Seahawks football is presented by Washington's Lottery. When you play Washington's Lottery, you're helping fund the pursuit of dreams through college and career training. Great work by the Raiders on that last drive. It was 1st and 24 after back-to-back penalties, Michael Robinson and Kate Scott with you. And then Cam Miller, the third stringer so far, the rookie out of North Dakota State, hooking up with Shedrick Jackson. First-year man out of Auburn, 41 yards for the touchdown through the legs of Damian Martinez. And Martinez will try to bring it out, so nicely done by the Raiders special teams. Dylan Laube has been everywhere tonight for the Silver and Black.
Dylan Laube is saying, if there's 53 spots on this Raider team, I want one. Yeah, I'm showing my value. That's a great kick by Carlson right there, too. It was a low-line driver, just hit over the 20, so it made it legal. It made it a tough ball to field for Damian Martinez.
And that is how so many of these guys, tough running back room, tough wide receiver room, are going to make both of these teams is by their special teams performances. Jalen Milroe, tight end Marshall Lang, now past the 10-yard line to about the 12.
And again, all of these straight drop back passes are just great for Jalen Milroe to get right now. Early on in the preseason, right, just get him completion so that he feels comfortable dropping back, throwing the football. Obviously, we all know the kid can run the football, but if he can add that dynamic passing to his game, I'm telling you, he can be one of those guys in this league.
He's shown flashes of that in training camp, some movement before the snap.
All start, offense number 73, 5-yard penalty, full second down.
It's on Felix Pu'ulanu.
There you go. You said it.
Who is one of my favorite players, born in Australia, named after Luke Skywalker.
Really?
Luke Felix Pu'ulanu.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Unfortunately, calling him out there because of the penalty, but had a great block on the Cartier right touchdown run on the other end of the football field. Cartier in the backfield again. Marshall Lang motioning to the left side of the line for Seattle. And more flags. This is Ricky White III. Would be his first catch tonight. I don't think it's going to count.
Too many guys on the line of scrimmage, I think.
So what do you want to see from Milroe and these third and fourth stringers now for the Seahawks with 6:41 to go in this one, Mike Rob?
Well, you want to see good energy. You want to see them, just the gameplay, get in and out of the huddle, call the play, no pre-snap penalties, things like that. You just want a clean operation, number one. And then number two, you want to get your quarterback some completions. You want to get the passing game with this young group feeling good about themselves. And then obviously firing off the football, number three. Whenever you do run the football, you still want to move bodies in the run game.
Let's see what Clayton Blakeman has for us. Still discussing things, going over to Pete Carroll. First-year head coach for the Raiders.
Formation on the offense.
Yeah.
5-yard penalty, replay second down. The tackle was covered up.
All right, so moving the wrong direction now are the Seahawks. Let's see how Milroe and a lot of these young Seahawks respond to a little adversity here.
Yeah, let's see them while they're backed up. This is one of the situations that I'm sure both teams go over multiple times during training camp, but it's nothing like live, the real game, having the situation come up. Let's see if the Seahawks can fight their way out of this hole.
2nd and 12. Milroe keeps this, fakes the handoff, and
he could be gone.
There's those wheels. Past the 25 and will smartly step out near the 30-yard line. We do, though, have a flag back near the 10.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Yeah, I think there's probably a hold on the Seahawks.
Good use of hands to the face, defense.
Okay. We will take it.
Added to the end of the run, first down Seattle.
And so will the 12s here at Lumen Field.
I want our 12s that are watching to just look at this. Like, this kid moves differently, right? Like, I don't know if we've seen, I know we have Russell at quarterback, but you just don't see a guy running this fast at the quarterback position. There's the penalty right there. You see 37.
Yeah, I thought it might have been a hold on the Seahawk who was there, but we'll take the hands to the face instead.
We'll take the hands to the face.
All right, it's pitching left this time. He ties the third back in at running back for the Seahawks, but getting back to Milroe,
that's a different type of movement, and you got to think that Coach Mike McDonald had some say in drafting him, because he had to defend Lamar Jackson for so long in Baltimore. Yep. He's like, quarterbacks like that make me pull my hair out at night. I got to have one of those guys on my team, and Jalen's been having a really good camp learning this offense.
Taken with the pick that the Seahawks got by trading Geno Smith to Las Vegas. A hezzy move there by Milroe, and then his teammates not happy with the tackle out of bounds by Cody Lindenberg.
Yeah,
a little bit of shoving there.
A little bit of shoving, a little bit of protecting of your quarterback, and rightfully so. I mean, a lot of the Seahawk players, when Jalen Milroe was in at quarterback, everybody kind of gets to looking and seeing what he's going to do. And I always tell people there's about 2 or 3 plays every single day that only a Jalen Milroe or Lamar Jackson or Jaden Daniels can make.
Yeah. Talked to Sam Darnold about Jalen yesterday. He said he's just so eager to learn.
Yeah.
And he also keeps us loose, has a lot of fun. Seahawks looking for that first down marker on 3rd down. Tyus took it straight ahead. Let's see where they spot this one.
Looks like they're saying it's 4th down.
Yeah. Okay, love it. Again, this has been a really tightly contested ball game. Yeah. We know that Pete Carroll and Mike McDonald both want to win this game. They don't care that it's preseason.
Nope, they don't. Kate, they ran into each other like outside the Seahawks facility one day. Yeah, I tell you about that one day.
After this 4th down, let's see if the Seahawks can convert. Milroe rolling, firing, and unable to convert on 4th down. So the Seahawks turn it over on downs. Marshall Lang, the intended receiver. Las Vegas will have a shot here with 4:12 to play at Lumen Field in Seattle. Mike McDonald and the Seahawks got the look they wanted. Now it's Cam Miller's turn. party game this season like these folks. Hope to your next get together in a Lumen Field suite on game day. Enjoy Seahawks football from a prime location along with exclusive club access and premium food and beverage offerings. Visit suites.seahawks.com to book your suite today. 23-20, Seahawks clinging to this 3-point lead over the Raiders. 4:12 to go tonight here in Seattle. And Cam Miller and the Raiders looking to either tie or pull ahead of the Seahawks here in the final few minutes of this one.
I know that, Seahawks, they didn't get that fourth down throw there by Jalen Milroe, but if you're thinking about, building your team and all the situational football moments, you got to think Coach Mike McDonald likes this situation for his defense. It's going to put a test on their situational football, and this is a young group that's out there right now.
Chris Collier, the running back for Las Vegas. That's who gets the football there. It's right near the 40-yard line. Might have gotten it down to the 39. The rookie Bubba Thomas on the tackle for Mike McDonald. And yeah, similar to week 2 last year when we were in Tennessee taking on the Titans, and that one went down to the wire, and Mike McDonald loved it. Understandable. Absolutely,
because again, you can't get these real situations in practice to this level, right? And so while guys are tired, while guys are in game moments, to get this, situational football is good for your team.
Could be 2 more downs here, or the Raiders could go for the tie if they can't convert. Let's see, 3rd and 4. Dylan Laube powering ahead, and he's going to be really close to that first down marker. Dylan Laube has had himself a night here at Lumen Field.
Yes, he has. Laube is balling right now. And yes, my people on Twitter and Instagram, I know about Laube. He's balling. I get it. Okay.
Here we go.
He's earning himself a spot.
Didn't get the first down there, though. 4th and 1. This could decide this ball game. Miller is going to keep it and dive forward for the first down, taking it to the 31-yard line. Jaron Reed on the tackle, but not soon enough for the Seahawks.
Cam Miller showing some running ability right there. He is a guy that has some movement ability. Reed option, pulls it, gets the first down. That's a pretty good play.
I don't think they're going to get a playoff here before the 2-minute warning. They will not. What a fun game we've got tonight.
This is the 2-minute warning.
And the first down Raiders on the other side with 2 minutes to go.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Lumen, the trusted network for AI. Virginia Mason Franciscan Health, the Seahawks official medical services provider. Chevy Equinox, where Northwest adventures begin. And T-Mobile, now the best mobile network in America, according to Ookla Speed Test. We are down to the final 2 minutes here at Lumen Field. The Seahawks have the lead, 23-20. The Raiders knocking at the door. This has been a very entertaining preseason opener between the Seahawks and the Raiders. Lots of action in the final 2 minutes to go. We'll have a complete recap on the postgame show coming up right after the game, so stay with us. Back to you, Kate.
All right, Paul. Pretty loud down there. Never easy broadcasting on the sideline here at Lumen Field. But Paul mentioned it. Raiders are knocking. 32-yard line, 1st and 10 for Cam Miller, Pete Carroll, and Las Vegas. Trailing 23-20 with 2 minutes to go. Chris Collier, the back for the Raiders. And that's who he will hand off to. Collier is stood up. Not even sure he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Great work by the Seahawks there.
Okay, JR.
JR Singleton, the rookie out of Iowa State, and the rookie out of South Alabama, Bubba Thomas there as well.
Okay, 2 D tackles there in on the play right there. JR did a good job of penetrating right there, not allowing the down block to push him out of the play, and actually made the tackle. Great play.
Gonna give him a yard, so 2nd and 9 now. 90 seconds to go. Another play action, and he sacks. Great work by Connor O'Toole, the rookie out of Utah.
I see you, Connor. Coming off the left side of your screen right there, going up against number 70. Engages. What a
Las
violent.
Vegas takes its first timeout. This will be a 30-second timeout.
Check the violent throw of the tackle right there.
getting there on Cam Miller for the sack. Great job, Connor O'Toole.
This is where I tell you this dude used to be a wide receiver.
A former wide receiver now plays defensive end. Okay.
And looking pretty darn good at doing just that.
Wow.
So a loss of 8 on the play. 3rd and 17. I'll let the 12s take it from here. Miller flushed. It's with his tight end, Carter Runyon. Nowhere close. Needs to get to the 22-yard line. So let's see what they do. Their kicker's already made a 56-yarder.
Good tackle there by Keedron Callaghan.
They're going to bring Carlson back out. Don't worry, everybody who's up late on the East Coast or wherever. Preseason games do not go to overtime.
No.
He's playing for a tie, Mike Rob?
Yeah.
Come on. I did not see this coming. Watch for a fake kick.
Yeah, I was about to say, watch out. Pete has all the tricks of the trade.
All right, already has a 56-yarder tonight. This one from the right hash from 51. Snap is down, kick is up, and it is right down the middle. And we are tied at 23 with 1:12 to go tonight here in Lumen Field. Still time. Maybe the first game-winning drive of Jalen Milroe's career.
It is time for that.
What do we think?
It is a lot of time for that.
Seahawks still have all 3 of their timeouts, Mike Rob.
And I love a Jalen or a quarterback with Jalen Milroe's skill set in these moments because his legs are the unpredictable part about his game. Yeah. And defensive coordinators, they like predictability. And calling pass plays right now is gonna be fun. You see Jason Myers right there getting ready in case he has to go out there and win the game.
And we know that he's got a leg. He set a Seattle record 9 50-plus yard field goals just last season for Jason Myers, and he hit from over 50 at least once last preseason, maybe twice.
Yeah. So what you're telling Jalen Milroe in this offense is just get us somewhere around the 50 or close to it.
Yeah, just give us a chance.
Just give us a chance.
Cartier right, John Rice Plumlee back deep for the Seahawks. Here's Plumlee, another converted quarterback. Now playing wide receiver. Bounce into the end zone, and he's going to take it out. Nice Plumlee. That's probably what the Seahawks wanted. But out to the 22 it comes. Only about 5 seconds off the clock. Colin Johnson on the tackle for Las Vegas.
Jalen Milroe.
Here we go.
Opportunity. Again, situational football. They're probably going to be in a 2-minute drive or a quick pace type of an offense because they do have all 3 of their timeouts. See if he can get some completions to the sidelines and stay on track.
And goes in motion. Milroe steps, fires, and connects. All the way out to the 36. Ricky White III with the catch. Rookie out of UNLV, and they're going tempo.
Very decisive throw right there by Jalen Milroe.
Milroe flushed.
Good job.
Just throw this one out of bounds. Stop the clock. Got outside the pocket. And pressure from John Joyner, the rookie out of Minnesota for Las Vegas.
Yeah, just going back to the play before the completion. Again, Jalen sees where he wants to throw the football. Little hammer combination right there with the sit down by Lang and the wrap 4 coming in behind him. Throws a dart.
46 seconds to go. 2nd and 10 from the 36. Milroe looking left, throwing left. Oh, just off the hands of Tyrone Broden. Timing was almost there, Mike Rob.
Almost there.
Had to throw it before he looked.
Yeah, had to throw it with some anticipation and timing. I actually thought that was a good throw. He threw it whether his receiver can get it or nobody can get it, so that's a good safe throw, and it also stops the clock.
He's up 3rd down for the Seahawks.
Invaluable reps for the young quarterback, Jalen Milroe, and really this entire offense.
Milroe with his heels on the 30. Pocket collapses, and Milroe gets thrown down. Trevin Ma'ai, the rookie out of Baylor, with a huge play for the Raiders defense.
Huge play by this Raiders defense. Got a timeout by the Seahawks. Oftentimes when you get a sack in a 2-minute situation, you want to stop the clock and think about it a little bit.
Second timeout of the half.
Oh, Vegas took
30
the
seconds.
timeout. Again, just a free rusher at your quarterback. You don't want that. You don't want too many hits like that on your quarterback.
Well, and Trevin's had a great night. He was the guy who blocked the extra point back in the first half, which is obviously a huge thing at this point since we're tied at 23.
Absolutely. That blocked extra point seems to be the difference in the game right now.
So now Las Vegas will have one more shot to win this game. Dylan Laube, one of the guys back deep for the Raiders. And it will come to Laube. Had a great night so far from the 20. And smartly will take it out of bounds. Crosses the 30, gets it out to about the 32-yard line. Marshall Lang on the tackle for Seattle.
Marshall Lang on the tackle. 25 seconds left. Let's see if this Las Vegas Raiders can go 70 yards, get a touchdown, or at least get in field goal range. It's actually good clock management by the Las Vegas Raiders to be able to give themselves a chance to get the ball back right now. And it looks like kicking the field goal in the last drive is going to help them out now, because now they'll be kicking to win the game.
One timeout left for the Raiders. 25 seconds. Cam Miller, the rookie out of North Dakota State, in at quarterback.
Don't give up the big completion. Keep things in front of you and make the tackle.
Miller to about the 40, but tackled inbounds is the rookie Carter Runyon. Vegas has got to go quick.
Got to go quick. Michael Dowell on the tackle.
And they take their final timeout here. Got the ball to the 39-yard line, so couple more plays. If they go very quickly.
Las Vegas takes its third and final timeout. Please put 20 seconds on the game clock. 20
seconds. They can get 2 plays in if they do it right. But again, Seattle has to be very conscious of the deep ball, because one play can get them in field goal range. So you want to make this offense, you want to make the Vegas offense work for their yards and not give them anything easy.
Daniel Carlson, the kicker for the Raiders, has already hit from 56 and 51 tonight. So we know he's got it in him.
Yes, he does.
20 seconds to go, all square at 23. Miller barking out some final instructions. On the 39. Miller rolling, firing down the sideline, and he's got a man just inside the sideline. Shedrick Jackson, who had that 41-yard touchdown reception earlier in this quarter. What a smart play by the youngster.
Smart play. Where are the pass rushers for this Seahawks defense? One of the guys on the front four has to be able to affect the quarterback right now.
And Mike McDonald and the Seahawks will call time, because the Raiders looked ready to go.
Yeah, they did. They looked ready to go.
First time out of the half. This is 30 seconds.
McDonald not happy about something. What do you think?
I was about to say he's on. He has something on it. He's talking to Cleat right now. Looks like it might be a time issue. I'm just trying to read lips. I'm not going to say
How's the lip
what I read right there. But yeah, intense. Don't tell me this is preseason game number 1.
You knew, even though he said in his pressers in Vegas earlier this week, hey, just another game. They're the team we got on the schedule. That's the stadium we're going to. You knew that this was going to mean a little bit more to Pete and to Gino. We saw it from Jamal Adams in the first half.
Absolutely. These guys came out with a lot of fire, a lot of energy. And like Michael Bennett said a little bit earlier up here in the booth, I think Coach Pete Carroll wanted to come in to a place he helped build and wanted to show that he still got it.
Yeah. And I imagine Raider fans watching this one tonight pretty darn happy. Carlson's career long is 57. He hit that back in 2021. Daniel Carlson, that is. And there's Jackson again. Didn't call his name in the first half, but Shedrick Jackson, what a second half he is having.
Yeah, he's working. He's out there working right now. They're moving around the offense, and it seems like every route combination has Shedrick Jackson involved in it.
9 seconds to go. expect this will probably be their final play before they bring Carlson out to attempt this kick. See what they do here.
Looks like they're pressed across the board. Want to make this pass as hard as possible.
And Vegas is out of timeout, so they got to get out of bounds. And Miller will smartly just loft this out of bounds. So with 5 seconds to go, Daniel Carlson and the Raiders are going to come out with a chance to win this in walk-off fashion.
Wow. Wow. That would be something crazy to have Coach Carroll come back in preseason game number 1 and come away with a win.
All right, 56 and 51 already tonight for this guy, Daniel Carlson. This from 55. And this one is going to end in a tie in Seattle. The rookie out of Illinois State, Jalen Gaines.
There is no post. There's no overtime in preseason. The game is over.
Okay, Clete, thank you for interrupting my call. As big number 5'6" gets up and Jalen Gaines blocks that kick. And this game, Mike Robb, is going to end much to Pete Carroll's chagrin in a tie.
Coach Carroll's like, you ruined my perfect night. I almost had it. But wow, what a jump by Jalen Gaines right there. He didn't have any pushers on any guards. He just sat there and jumped and got up high enough to block the kick. Great job.
And Jalen started his collegiate career playing Division III football. So kids, keep dreaming, baby.